All right. Hello, hello, and welcome to the middle of the week. You've made it this far. We're in the hump, if you will. And today's Wednesday. This is July 22nd today, 2026. 106 now Central Time. My fault. I was working on a little something, something. We got it done. But we're going to get a show going here. We're going to play this intro for you guys while we get some time to hit that like button and share it out. In fact, we'll put the intro banner up right now. Yes, we will be right back after this short intro. If you could help us out, hit the repost, hit the tags, shares, all the good things. We've got a whole bunch of awesome topics and subjects that have important, substance to them, to our health and wellness and science and fitness, and it's all kind of combined these days. So we'll be right back, you guys. It is Wednesday. We Grow Wednesday. Where's my video at? We will be right back. Let's grow.
Scrolling through the noise, stories hitting hard, cutting through the void. Big Uck pulling strings, poison in the feed. Well, they're selling us ain't what we need. Posting articles, lighting up the screen, common struggle shared, know what I mean. Time to wake 'em now, see the hidden game. We grow Wednesday, hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday, plant it in the ground. Grow our own, break the chains, rise up strong. Knowledge in our veins where we belong. We grow, yeah, we grow. Every soul gotta eat, fuel the fire inside. But the cause of twisting truth, trying to hide. Processed lies on shelves, stealing our health away. New tech coming fast, showing us a better way. Community talking, sharing what we find. Self-sustainable minds, leaving change behind. Digging in the dirt or digging for the truth. We grow Wednesday, hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday, plant it in the ground. Grow our own, break the chains, rise up strong. Knowledge in our veins where we belong. We grow, yeah, we grow. No more blind, no more fed their lies. Hands in the soil, fire in our eyes. From seed to strength, we're taking control. Empower the body, empower the soul. Wednesday rolls again, gather round the feet. Health and wellness news, planting every seed. Growing food ourselves, growing who we are. Better versions rise, shooting for the stars. Big Food's empire cracks. We won't bound time. We grow Wednesday. Hey, hey.
All right, we are back, and let me get this stuff off the screen. It's just funny, like some things will stay on our face, some things will actually go away when it's over with. That's just such a weird distinction. I wouldn't call it a glitch. It's just like, what does it decide? I don't know. Anyway, we're back on Wednesday with Tala here. Tala, let me get this chat. We'll just do like a, just kind of like split the difference with the chat about that. So here's your new hat. Okay.
I
Um,
went through Chicago, y'all. What's the airport? Midway?
Midway. Yeah.
Yeah. So like somebody I was talking to was talking about O'Hare, 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 and I went, no, no, that's not where I was. It was Midway. So
There's a couple. I'm sure there's more. Probably a bunch of
yeah,
little ones
that's the
too.
two major ones, I guess. But yeah, it was.
That's yeah. Tell us
I'll
about it.
have
Give
to
us
tell you
a
about the
yeah.
landing.
Just give us try to maybe give us a little bit of the cliff notes of your trip because last week we were leaving you with like a day or so before you were even before you were heading out. So what
Yeah.
happened?
So okay, so I left late night Thursday, midnight flight out, went through Chicago, short layover. I feel like we were running a little bit late or something. I don't know. It wasn't too bad. But I didn't have to change concourses. But buried in smoke, man, from the
Yeah.
fire in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So I took pictures out the window where the sun is like kind of this glowing mass, yeah. So we got
Wow.
going, I get there at like it was around I think we were early getting to MHT, which is Manchester in New Hampshire. Like 10:50 a.m. though was what's scheduled. So it was pretty quiet in that Chicago airport on the way out. That's the interesting thing. It wasn't bad. Um, got to the event after checking into my hotel. A few little glitches here and there with which credit cards for what and what I reserved and all that. Enterprise did me right. I don't know what I was driving, a Hyundai something or whatever. It was an SUV. We'll say that. It was a black
Yes,
SUV. I
you
looked
very.
cool.
Oh, sorry. You know that.
So
uh,
almost everybody was at the Sheraton, so that's where I made my reservation. Because like in that area, it's kind of hit and miss. But like the Motel 6 I considered slightly less money, but I drove
Mm-hmm.
past it on the freeway and I was like, ew. So yeah. Um, we spent some time hitting the bags on Friday, finishing setting up. Um, got a decent night's rest after staying up way too late. Uh, I had pizza. It was a lot of carbs,
Hey,
zero
Kenny.
regrets.
Oh yeah, nice. Nothing.
Yellow.
Nothing too bad since then. I wonder. Like no
No,
feet. No, like oh
well,
man.
uh, we won't talk about staying up until 1:30 a.m. drinking beers with my bestie.
Stay still, camera. The thing just keeps bouncing. Well, okay, having
It was
some
good
beer
though.
brewskis, huh? Okay.
Yep,
All
yep. And
right.
I don't
Really
do
let
that often,
loose.
so it was
Yeah.
like, he started to go grab some because we were hanging out in the lobby, and he goes like this and starts to say something, and I went yes. Like I think he was going to ask me if I wanted water. He goes, "You want a beer?" I'm all yes. It's like
Yeah.
long trip, man, and I just don't do that ever. So to be able to unwind with friends and do that, yeah.
That's awesome. Let,
Um,
let me real quickly say to see some
Hi
friends in
everybody.
the Facebook that we don't see that often. Hey, thanks Kenny for all the shares
Oh,
and stuff. Brett Groover, thanks for coming in. I think it was your birthday yesterday. Happy birthday.
happy birthday.
I think I did the thing on the Facebook tells you and you do it. Okay, there you go. But I saw
Yeah.
that, so that's more of a personal happy birthday. And I see a lot of us coming in on the Rumble. If you guys could please head to Rumble and do the repost for me, it really helps in the Rumble algorithm. Okay, so I'm putting
Yep, yep.
everybody on the door prize wheel. So like, did you compete? Was there some kind of a like? Was there a
There
competition?
was a
Right.
competition, but because I've been doing the physical therapy and everything, I am not up to par. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in these guys' category on speed anyway. Especially with the guy who won, I already knew it was likely he would. So I'm not in that category this year. But the other thing is, as a female, I'm in the minority, massive minority. Like I was the only female actually hanging out and doing anything every single day of the thing, you know? So
Really?
if we ever got at least 3 females, we could have a female competition, but it doesn't ever happen.
That
So,
is that
yeah,
is a little bit unusual, yeah, or I'm not unusual, but maybe surprising, I guess, because I
not
really
really.
thought, I mean, to me, just like being an outsider, random opinion, like I really would have thought there would be like a small women's division. Um,
You know, it's funny because there are female baggers. Like I got a friend up the hill in the
female
desert,
baggers.
and
Can we come up with
that's
something
what
else? Just
that's what
saying.
we call it, baggers. We're
All right.
baggers,
Okay.
speed baggers. Yeah,
I work
there
at Kroger.
are.
I'm a bagger. At Walmart, Kroger,
That's what we
maybe.
call it.
All
Yeah, you'll
right.
you'll learn the lingo hanging out with me. Um, so it's just most of them can't make it to the event.
Ah,
The girl that I'm talking about, her handle is Speedbag Squirrel. So Squirrel didn't. She made it to the. I think it was the first one I went to, but then she didn't make it in 2024. A bunch of us canceled 2025. This year, I guess she still can't afford it. So the West Coast, it's hard. So that's why we have one coming up in September that's in Poway. So I'm going to go to that. And hopefully she can make it this year to that because it's closer. A couple hours drive for her. Yeah. But so the competition was on Saturday and that had an entry fee because the first prize had a $7,000
wow.
payout. So that's a first. So what we were doing was first race to 300. It's our drag race. This is the shirt from the event. So it was
Oh,
who
that's
could be
cool.
the fastest to 300 strikes because previously what we did was most strikes in 60 seconds, which I can do 460. That's documented.
Oh,
Um, I can't
nobody
do
gonna
it right
question
now.
that.
I'm a little bit down on the, right now,
Sure.
but I can get back to it. My goal is to get over 500 strikes in a minute by next year. So I'm working on that. The thing is, your raw speed is much better documented with this type of thing because you can get to 300 strikes within that 30-second window. So at 30 seconds, physiologically, everybody bogs down. That's why I train for 3 to 4 minute rolls. The more you train for a longer roll, the
Hmm.
faster you're going to be for longer. From that 30 seconds, you're less likely to bog down. Well, the guy who won, when we were doing this
Cheers.
before, he wasn't allowed to compete. Alan Kahn,
Is he
author of the
juicing?
Speedbag Bible, he used to tell him, "You can't because no one else will win." He's
Like,
that good.
like, there's
He's that
no like, you gotta have that. You gotta have that thing to aim for, though, for people that are the actually want to compete.
he's so
Really?
far
Seriously?
ahead of everybody else. There's no way anyone else would ever win because you get 3 tries. Your best out of the three is your score.
So, okay, what about that dude last week we saw that worked himself up to winning the I forget exactly how it was worded, but the speed punching, not a bag, but like the fastest punches. Remember the arm bungees and that go to the legs and the waist. I forget what
Oh
that
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
JI
Look,
martial arts or whatever.
I'm not saying that you can't like work up to getting close to his speed, but the guy is like, what's the word, virtuoso? You know what I mean? Like
I see, like a
when Alan
savant
first saw
maybe. I don't
him,
know.
Alan was considered he's considered the godfather of the sport, okay? And when Alan saw him, he went, "That's the future of freestyle speedbag right there."
How old is this
Like
guy
he
you're
could
talking
see it.
about?
Zach is, I want to say he's a little bit younger than me. You know, I'm not sure because I'm going to be 59 in a couple
Oh, hey,
months.
Betty. Found this on
Yeah.
YouTube. Go ahead.
But now Alan didn't make it this year. Um, Stuff going on with his health all the time. You know, he's older. So we really missed him. But somebody got him on FaceTime. But Zach is he's just that good, right? So to give you
Mm,
perspective, my buddy Kyle that I learned from, he came in eighth. Okay.
wow.
That's how good some of these guys are. And
How many
Kyle is
people?
no slouch
What's the pool? Was there over 1,000 or was it just a few hundred? How many
for
people?
what?
The whole
Oh, the
weekend.
number of
Yeah.
people? Oh,
Hmm.
well, at this event, gosh.
And then versus like how many are competing, kind of, if you know,
Well,
generally.
let's say that how many competing. So let's go down the line. Zach, Bert, Orion. They were
So you know
first,
them all,
second, and third.
right?
Right? I do. We're family. Yeah.
It's like a
There's another
dozen
guy
maybe.
competed I didn't know, and then Ox, and then Aries, and then Kyle was in there. Um, I don't know, maybe 10 people competing. It could have been more. So they
So
were good.
no,
You know,
okay, interesting. Is there another organization like overseas somewhere like you could have like a meeting of like a competition, like a
there's
U.S.
really
team
not like
versus.
we were the first
Really,
actual
there's no.
annual gathering. I
The
kid you
speed
not.
bag's been
We had a
around
guy
for
who
a long
came from
time.
Germany. Yeah,
Okay, let
yeah.
me let me
Kyle
ask
started in
Grok and see what they say.
2016.
Let's
Yeah.
see if let's see if Grok knows of any other country. How we'll just say we'll just like try to keep it mundane and say how popular is speed bag.
Oh, it's
Uh,
popular, but it's niche. You know
well,
what I
but
mean?
the
Like, does
the
that make sense?
competing of it, I guess, is the niche part, right? Because the
There isn't
speed
one.
bag has been around for a long time, just for the
If
actual
you look up the
exercise of
history,
it.
look up the words fancy bagging. Look that
History
up. Fancy
of
baggers. Yeah, that's what they used to call
fancy
it.
baggers.
Fancy. Yeah.
Speed
Because look,
bag
we're not just doing the speed roll. It's
punching
not just
and
this, man. So part of
fancy
the reason I'm in
baggers.
PT is because elbow strikes hurt my shoulders before. This is what's had me off my game. So
Hmm.
one elbow strike would be hit the bag with this fist, come over with this elbow. Another one would be straight punch through and bring this elbow down this way, right? So
Hmm.
that's I was almost afraid to try my elbow strikes because I've been in load management, which just pissed me off because I was like, I don't even want to hear that. I want to keep working on it. So I gave them a rest. We worked on the
Hey,
PT,
Andrew.
and the good news is it's improving. The elbow strikes no longer hurt my shoulders. We've made progress, you know. But I got to look up the scores, but I will tell you this the top three contenders were 28 seconds or less, okay? To hit 300 strikes.
That's
It's
impressive.
like that.
I couldn't do
And
it.
it could have been anybody's game up to that last round because you start bogging down and getting tired. You did best out of three, right? He stepped up for his last one and blew everybody out of the water. That room exploded when he was done because it was a flawless run. I've never seen anything like it.
Flawless victory. Okay,
I'll have
let's
to
see what
post
Grok
that.
says. 36 seconds it thought about it. Speed bag punching, also called speed bag or striking bag work, involves rhythmically striking a small teardrop shaped air-filled bag. Are they all air-filled though? 'Cause I feel like there's like different
Yes.
things
Yeah, it's
inside.
all air filled.
Suspended from a rebound platform via a swivel. It depends or develops hand-eye coordination, timing, rhythm, shoulder endurance, and ability to keep hands up while shifting weight. It is not primarily for power.
This is a
That's a
workout.
heavy bag, but for precision and flow. All right. Um, Ancient and early modern origins. People have punched hanging or suspended bags for training for centuries. Really. Ancient Greek and Roman athletes used sacks filled with sand, grain, or fluids, often animal skins. Modern air-filled division or versions emerged after Charles Goodyear's. See, like I feel like air. I feel like you could have just put like some pine cones in the bag. You know what I mean? Like back in the day
Okay,
before
so
they
if
figured
you're
out the air.
training for like you want the strength for a punch, sure, but
That
that's not what we're
rebound,
doing.
right?
Yes, you need the rebound. Yeah, and
That
because it's
bounciness.
fast.
Yeah.
All the fancy strikes and stuff, you can't do that without air.
What if you
Air.
put it? What if you fill it with helium? It wouldn't be heavy. It would be too heavy for helium to lift it. But that would be kind of funny, right? As a joke, you tell somebody like, "Hey, hit my speed bag." Like, he doesn't want to come back down. That's funny. You should do like that would be a
I'm
hilarious
gonna, I'm
joke
gonna,
at
I'm
the
gonna tell the
gym.
guys you suggested helium.
Yeah, it would be great. Like you like as like you record it, you go to the gym and you have it set up. All right, boys, who's first on the bag? All right, and they come up like boom, and then it just that's it, just the one boom. All right, let's see. Charles Goodyear's vulcanization of rubber. So that's where Goodyear back in the 1830s. Is that where Goodyear tires came from? Enabling durable rubber blade or bladders. Okay. Invention of the modern speed bag. Okay, it was 1877. I'm not going to read it all, but early 20th century instruction books, and fancy bagging. 1895, bag punching by Jules Frank, champion bag puncher of America, with a champion bag puncher of America. Bag never punched me back once, with illustrations of techniques. Okay, 1904, works by William Duncan and Belle Gordon, physical culture of women, or for women, physical culture for women. Interesting.
There were women who did fancy bagging too back in the day.
Uh,
It's kind of fun to watch. It's crazy. Like they would even
with like
have like
with their dresses
bags
on and
on the
stuff.
floor
Yeah.
that they kicked, and yeah, it
Oh
was like
wow,
multiple bags.
kicking
It's
bags.
insane. Zach does that. He can do two bags at the same time. He's not even looking at either one.
Oh wow.
I can't.
Just sound and rhythm, yeah. Specific bag punching by Harry Seekback, world champion bag puncher, 1913. Or no, I'm sorry, scientific. I read that specific. Scientific bag punching, weird. 1916, How to Punch the Bag by Young Corbett, part of the Spalding Athletic Library. How to Punch the Bag. Fancy bagging
Fancy
or fancy
bagging.
punching emerged as a showy, advanced style beyond basic boxing drills. It featured complex patterns, elbow strikes, knee strikes, multi-bag routines. That's what you're talking about, yeah. And performance timed to music. Performances timed to
Yeah.
music. Man, it sounds like a
So
circus
what we
act.
call that now is punch drumming. And there are some amazing Speedbag Bert and Speedbag Bard. He's very, very good at that. These people are some of the best in the world. Yeah.
Fancy
It's
bagger.
a really, I consider it to be really a, it's a privilege. It's such an opportunity to see because it's history. You know what I mean? Like somebody will be looking them up someday. That's my opinion.
Competitions in the history. So now I'm going to say what it knows about speed bag competitions. Now I'm curious. Keep those likes and shares coming, guys. Hit that repost inside of Rumble. I do appreciate it. Hopefully we can get some of our new gamer friends to pop over. I need 16 more unique chatters this month.
Hi guys.
I have a lot of time. Don't have a lot of time. I'm really hoping to get to it to stay in that creator program. Hey Don, get you on the
That
wheel
was one of
here.
the like watching Zach win that, like that was one of the most epic speed runs I have ever seen, and I got to be there for it. And I did get it on video because I was
I
live
saw
streaming
some
the
of that.
competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speed bag competitions have existed since the late 19th to earliest 20th century, but have always been more niche, right? Community oriented or performative than the mainstream professional sports like boxing. There's got to be an
We're the only
underground.
annual large gathering. We're the only
Let's see.
one.
How many people were there? Not just the top competitors like that. Were there other like yourself? Like you're not competing, but you're
You know,
there.
I mean,
So
I'm gonna like take a guess, and I'll probably be wrong. But I mean, like on Saturday, I don't know, maybe 30 people. I could be wrong by quite a bit. I
wow,
don't.
that's
Because like
very niche.
these are people I know, you know, and so
Sure,
if 100 people came through, then I'd be like, who are all these noobs, you know?
right.
Yeah, it's not huge. That's the thing. It's not a 500 person room. It's not like that. I don't know. Maybe someday it will
Wow.
be.
You would think it would be female or pioneering female competitors and performers in the 1890s, early 1900s. She won a notable 1897 Police Gazette women's bag punching contest at New York's Broadway Athletic Club. This was Belle Gordon. She was a lady. Oh, Bella.
I know
Oh,
how I can show you. Hold on.
cool.
I got an
Anyway,
idea.
I mean, we don't have to stay on it all day, but that was awesome. Like, I think it's
No,
going to
I'll
be
show you something though.
interesting
There's a group
to
picture.
see it grow.
Here,
Try
I'll
to
grab
find
a
you on
copy
X,
of
but
the link
couldn't.
and I'll show you.
I'll show
'Cause
you
I'm
right
in the
now,
group
Don.
picture.
Here, Don.
I'm
I'll
in the
show
group
you her
picture.
profile while she's pulling that up.
There, it's in Messenger. That's the group picture. That's the majority of us. Yeah. Like that we're there and doing all that. So
It's right here, Don. If you type
I'm
in
right in the
at,
front in the middle. Or like actually up a row, but in the middle.
they're trying to find you on X right now. At capital T, Tala underscore capital N, no capital E,
It's not case
excuses.
sensitive though. Yeah, Tala
Oh,
underscore no
well, I
excuses.
try to. It's like you never know what things are and aren't.
I
So
know some platforms they are, right?
I should
But if
try
you
that
want to see my
underscore
speed
thing.
bagging content, that's a whole other thing. Like, and I don't have new content right now, but there's some older stuff. That one, the link is a little bit weird because I had to, for the name that I wanted, I had to put more than one underscore. So if you want to find my speed bagging content on Instagram, it's gonna be savage two underscores, not not dot average. If somebody ever releases the handle I wanted, I'm changing it.
All right, let me see if I can download this. Oh no, that's just the link to the Instagram. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the group photo. So it shows you how many people.
it's,
We always do a group photo. It's like I like seeing like who's there year to year and any changes that have taken place. And it's like the last two gatherings, the one in Poway and then this one, it was weird to me looking at the picture because I was like, oh my God, because my body fat percentage is still too high. I'm still going through the whole recomposition thing with this dietary change. But I could see muscle I didn't have before, and I went, oh wow. It's just kind of funny. Yeah, there it is. That's my
hold on,
fam.
I have to tell device. We noticed unusual login. If this wasn't leader covered. Okay, yeah, no, this was me. Thank you, Instagram. Yeah, that is a small group of people. That is kind
Yeah.
of crazy.
And so there's a few more people, that kind of come and go, and then of course there's the gym staff and everything. So a little bit more than that, but that's the core of it, for that particular event that day. And it
Wow.
was actually I consider that to be a good turnout. We've had less at other gatherings. We've had a lot less.
Hmm.
So it was hard losing the New Jersey location. It was harder for the guy who owned the gym. My heart was broken for him, you know, and his heart was broken for us. It was just the weirdest dynamic because he felt like he let us down. He felt bad, and I was like, "Oh man, you lost your gym, man. That's like, don't even worry
Yeah,
about us. We'll find a place. I feel terrible for you,
yeah, that
but
does sound.
he's part of the family.
Yeah, that sounds pretty extreme. Having to lose the
Yeah.
gym.
So
Um,
that rack though, that we all the speed bags are on, that's the same one. They've been using that for years, and our signatures are all over that thing. Yeah. So that's history.
well, I
But
mean, I'm glad you got to go on the trip, but it does
yeah.
kind of a sad wrap on it.
Well, I mean, that was the other place that we lost. This is the new location. This is the new location. So, um, we so far as we know, we should be at that location again this next year. You know. So real quick, the landing in Chicago, we came in, it was still smoky, and you can't see anything, and then all of a sudden the runway was there, and I was like, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm looking across the aisle because that's the only window open. Somebody had the shade up, and I see ground, sky, ground. Oh no, there's a crosswind, I guess. So we were tipping really hard, and then he just stuck it on the runway, and every single passenger goes up against their seatbelt. I was like, oh my god. It was one of the scariest landings I have ever experienced. I was kind of in a sweat. The storms apparently
Sorry.
messed up a lot of flights. People late, people rerouted, people delayed, yeah. So we were all kind of running through the airport to get where we were going.
Yeah, I feel like that seems like always what you do in the airport. It's like you're running from gate to gate. You just like they don't. They seem to want to keep you on your toes, even though you get stuck there for hours. I don't understand how it
You could have
works.
a 2-hour layover and they'll still screw you up. Do you
Hmm.
remember the movie Airplane? So
Surely.
like the plane that
Right.
yes, the plane that crashed, and it's all now arriving at I don't know what gates, but gate 10, gate 11, and they're running. That's how I felt because they actually moved my gate, and I'm like, I got 6 minutes to go back that way.
Gotta get started. I'm glad you got home. Are you happy to be home? Were you like, oh,
Yes, well, I mean,
going
like
in?
I'm
You
happy
like to
to have
fly,
had
Andrew?
the experience and now be able to kind of unpack all of that. And I walked into physical therapy this morning in a totally different mindset because my last appointment before the trip, I had a meltdown, and I've never had that happen in PT before. I was in tears. It just, and she goes, "Okay, so what's going on here? Like, let's talk about where you're at." I said, "I'm frustrated. I feel like I'm not making sufficient progress. And I don't know.
Right.
I'm just not there today." So she actually sat and talked with me for a while, and that particular doctor has hypermobility as well. So it wasn't a weird conversation, like she understood personally.
That
Um,
probably felt good.
so yeah, I mean that helped, because like I mean I'm even like my eyes are tearing up a little bit because I still feel it. That was a hard session.
Yeah.
So walking in there this morning a little bit more confident again and being able to say, "Hey guys, I was doing elbow strikes this weekend and it didn't hurt my shoulders." That's what I need to be able to give them as feedback.
Hmm.
So it's slower than I want, and I am furious about it all the time because that's just who I am. I'm not patient. I won't lie about that. I exercise a lot of patience that I never feel.
Yeah.
Um, I want to be there, but I'm kind of right here.
John, what's up, brother? Sorry, go ahead.
So I just have to learn to be okay with that progress is still progress. Okay, so it wasn't this, but that's not realistic. So let's go with this and be okay with that win, you know.
Sergeant Grunt in the house, guys. Make sure you give him a follow. He's playing some games right now, all day live. So if you get a chance, pop over and show him some love. Maybe we can get the
Bananas.
reversal. Show him some bananas. Pop over, give him a dancing banana. Come on back. Kind of slow day today on Rumble for me, but he's been having a
And
hell of a morning.
I'm wearing the shirt today, just like I have to be like the advertising for Lowell Boxing Club. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You
What's
are
it called?
amazing hosts. Lowell Boxing Club. It's in
Lowell Boxing Club.
Tingsboro. Yeah, it's in Tingsboro, Massachusetts. And you guys were amazing hosts. I appreciate you, and I will do everything I can to be there again next year. Yeah,
Well, here
a
this
little
go.
bit of
This goes out
promo.
to Lowell. This goes out to Lowell's here. They get a dancing banana party. The chat started
Dancing
it.
bananas.
Chat started it. Okay, so let's get into the stories today. It looks like we're like I think we'll warm up on Rumble later, and then we'll miss out all the good stories. So speaking of competition, guys, this is kind of a special one that I really wanted to show. New competition that looks like this going on here. World rated competition. Are you ready for this? Let me put the wheel away so that you can really see. Well, we'll shrink it. How about that? We'll just make it. We'll leave
I
it
hear that
there.
song in my head. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, definitely gonna definitely gonna be ready for this one. And I do have the audio shared in this time. Yesterday, I spent almost 2 hours of my show playing videos of an event I went to with audio of me like talking to vendors and stuff. Realize not until later realizing that the audio wasn't shared in. So so then we played a bunch of those
Oh
videos again.
man.
There wasn't anything like earth shattering, but like it's kind of nice. Like that's the personable part of the show where you get to hear me like BSing with some of these vendors, and kind of ask them questions and seeing, about to ask them things. So anyway, kind of
Yeah.
disappointing, but it was like almost a 4 hour stream with an event I went to because it was such a big event. So yeah, check it out. Yesterday's show. Okay, so this is big here. Here we go. We're gonna play this video. I'm gonna play this video for you here, Tala.
Racing the clock, 14:59, clears it, holds, button hit, unbelievable. The champion finishes the grab in exactly 15 minutes.
So new can oregano Olympics, right? Well, like
Oh,
the algorithm knows by now that I only smoke oregano. So there's definitely nothing against any kind of community standards.
I was
But
only hanging out in a room smelling some while I was eating pizza.
so this is what we got to look forward to, guys. The new Olympics coming up here quick. I mean, she took it like a champ. The white dude just couldn't cut it. He was like, man, he's still holding the bong. Like, bro, you don't get a second hit. You don't get a second. Like, this is, yeah. Look at the crowd that was watching this. It's crazy. What do you guys think? Comment below.
Like
Would you like
like
to see?
joking like white men can't inhale. I don't know.
Right. Yes. White man can't. It's him and three black women. They're just kicking his butt. They're just like, dude, you better go back to the drawing board.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Kind of funny. I thought it'd be fun to show you. Uh, yes,
Hey, it goes with the
clearly
theme. We're talking about competition, kind
yeah,
of the
a
transitional.
new type of competition.
That's funny.
34 Mongols having a grow off. Yeah, I
USA,
shared
USA.
Rose. Hello. I shared their post today for their group. So I've been telling you guys, of course, join 34 Mongrels Manor, the doghouse. But he shared it today, and I shared that too. But I guess they're having a grow off going on. So if you guys are into that kind of thing, you need to go over there and check it out. I'm sure they'll be posting like updates and stuff like that. What happened? I'm hearing some feedback. Maybe it's because you're messing with stuff.
Who, me?
I'm
Yeah,
hearing myself a little bit.
I didn't change a thing.
Testing, testing. Okay, it's okay. Good.
Okay. Checking to see where my volume's at. I always keep my volume down just a little bit because it'll loop back into that.
You were
Yeah.
probably just like
I changed
making
the
it echo a little
sound
bit. Yeah, that's
dynamics
all.
by moving around.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Reflecting the sound.
Okay. Well,
I'm
so
more
that was
energetic
fun.
today because I've gotten a couple nights rest at home and I'm finally drinking coffee again. I had one bottle of my cold brew coffee from Saturday to Sunday, but not a single cup of bulletproof coffee, not a pat of butter the whole weekend. I was dying. Just Sheraton and I need to have words. Breakfast was supposed to be included, and they made it some kind of VIP access to that room.
Oh, that
I
sounds a little
know.
bit. That sounds sus. A little
I'm
sus.
glad they fed us over at the gym because other than that, I just had my Archer beef sticks with me and a little bit of cheese. That's what I was living on.
You got butterflies and hummingbirds, Diane. Very nice. Sounds fun. I just got to clear this up for you, Rose. That's actually AI. This video of the Olympics. That's not actually a real thing. I just thought some people get excited, and Rose was excited. She says, "When does it start?" It's like, when is this happening? I
I
need
mean,
this
I
thing
didn't
in
think
my
it was
life
actual Olympics, but I thought it was actually people. I thought they like did that. It's AI.
now.
It's very good.
I mean, well, I'm assuming because of some of the audio, and if you listen to the voice, it sounds
Okay.
very
I
electronic.
can almost never hear it. Yeah.
Oh, can you not hear this?
Clears it, holds, button hit,
Barely.
unbelievable. The champion
Wow,
finishes the
it's
great
loud
and
at AF
exactly
in my
15
ear.
minutes.
I know it's a
It's
weird thing
it's
coming
like
through the when I have headphones, if I can ever get one that I'm happy with that's comfortable and doesn't lag and all that, then I can usually hear it, but
hmm.
through the laptop it's funky.
Oh,
I gotta get one that doesn't cut out when I plug it into the thing.
Rose, I totally apologize then. I thought you were fooled. She's talking about when does the grow off start, and I'm thinking she's talking about this video. I'm not talking about that. LOL. Well, I apologize, Rose. I apologize. Here, I thought we'd start off with something that you might like. This is
Neat.
not really a story that we have to read about, but it is uh, posted from King Biltong. Good
Biltong.
morning. Production day is behind us, but I never go. I never go to share the picture. I never got to share the pictures. We really pushed hard to get it all done, and so no playtime. First pick is Angus. The second pick is Wagyu.
Wagyu.
Wagyu. Ragu.
Wagyu.
Ragu. Ragu.
Wagyu.
Ragu.
Not ragu.
It's for spaghetti. Ragu meat. About the same quantity, but not the same weight. Interesting. So same amount, but not the same weight, meaning that one has more fat, maybe more
Yeah,
marbling. The Wagyu.
that's what you want. Yeah, Wagyu should have a lot of fat marbled in it. That's the preference. Like the reason that we eat so much bacon in the carnivore community, because bacon and pork belly is 80-20 balance naturally, your calories from fat versus protein. Yeah, lots of fat.
Yeah, that it looks like the first pick has more fat though. That's supposed to
Yeah, I
be
know. It may be that it's
oh,
only on the outside. That could be membrane too, because the membrane will sometimes look
just turn
like
white.
fat. That
Yeah.
that looks like it. Like that might need to
Oh,
be ripped off there. I'll eat it. Like I don't toss anything, but it,
right.
it has to be cooked differently. So
Well,
the
Angus is
Wagyu's
supposed to be pretty good
marbled.
too, though. Would you say Wagyu is better than Angus? Is it supposed to be like? Are they
I
tight?
like Angus, to be honest. So like Wagyu is this mixed bag. Like did it come from Japan or did it come from here? Because
Right.
there's yeah. So if you get ground Wagyu, it's a whole different thing. You got to be careful how you cook it because you can overcook it really easy. So yeah, it's kind of dicey. The best the best beef is gonna be, in my opinion, grass fed but grain finished. If you don't grain finish, you lose all of that marbling of the fat. It's too lean. It's not preferable for keto and carnivore.
Sorry, I'm trying to find my saves, and I pull up Facebook, and it's an AI video of Chuck Norris beating up each one of the Street Fighter characters. And I don't really even click on that stuff, and it's showing it to me. So I saw a picture of my son when I went to the home page, and then I lost it because I moved to this other page. Anyway, it was like an old memory of him in the library. It looked like. Um, Anyway, so I have a bunch of stuff here on Facebook. Last week we ended it on those toe spreaders,
Oh
which
yeah,
I still really want. But
we're talking about
this
my
week,
tiny toes.
like
It
I
doesn't
want
work
to,
for them.
like maybe I should say it this way: I want to try. If it didn't really work that well, then of course I wouldn't use it. But
Yeah.
uh I
There's
do
like
have.
if you're gonna do that though, like that's so passive that you want to make sure you're doing strengthening exercises because some people use that stuff to spread their toes and stuff. But
Oh,
one
for
of the
sure.
best ways, and this is stuff that I'm implementing now from someone I follow on Instagram, resistance band around your big toes, right? So
Hmm.
it's pulling like this, and do things like calf raises. You're coming up on your toes. You can also put a ball, like those exercise balls that are real dense, between your heels and press, and do those calf raises.
Hmm.
But either way, you want to be able to spread your toes on the ground to work on that grip. Because I didn't realize how much your toes are involved in walking until they said you're not engaging your toes correctly. And I went, why am I always relearning how to walk? This is my
Yeah.
curse in life.
That's because of our footwear. That's why I keep bringing up these stories with the different like barefoot type shoes, and you can actually
Ultra
in
shoe has a
in
wide toe box. Yeah.
well, the wide toe box we talked about, that's important, but for you being somebody that specifically doesn't um, either hasn't found one yet or has or can't use the types of socks or shoes that go around each individual toe,
Yeah.
you can still go with a find a wider box,
Yep.
thin shoe like a water shoe, because I wear my water shoes around every, like, not every day, but like in my everyday errand running and stuff like that, and it feels like I'm walking around in socks all day. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
I know that it's beneficial to my foot and my being able to actually flex and do it. It
Right.
might not be all of the benefits. It might not be spreading my toes. There's other things, It's not grounding. There's some shoes that have the little plug that might actually that's supposed to help you with grounding. I don't know how much of that
Yeah.
works, but oh, it's got copper, and then there's little wires running through that. Like, man, you find a crackhead, they're gonna steal them shoes for the copper. I'm just gonna want to scrap
They're
that
gonna
copper,
strip
man.
your shoes, man.
Stripping the shoes. Hey, they're not grounding anymore.
So at the
Speaking of
very
grounding,
least,
go ahead.
I wear Brooks. I like Brooks, but you got to be careful with the fit on Brooks because some of their shoes have such a high drop for the heel.
Hmm.
And their older ones, as soon as they would start breaking down, nothing I did for lacing them helped. My foot was always crammed forward.
Me
So
too,
the
man.
pair that I have now, I got lucky, man. These are not the cleanest, but anyway, this is what I wear now. It's a trail shoe, and
You're
they're
like, they
not a
were
very
white.
high drop,
Just kidding.
right? They're not a high drop. This is moderate.
Yeah, that's not
So,
bad.
I need a little bit. I can't do zero drop. But at the very least, here's what I'm going to show you. See, it's fairly straight to the point that it needs to be. It doesn't cut in severely.
Hmm.
So I have a normal width heel and a slightly wide toe. That's
Hmm.
very hard to fit correctly.
I have
Um,
wide
your
feet too.
your Ultra are like they're actually a wider toe box than that. But at the very least, you want one that doesn't narrow and cram your toes together, crunch across the ball of the foot. And the reason people do that is because they think they need to support their foot. Well, no, you need to train the muscles to support your foot.
Yeah, you want
So
your
if
foot
we
like your.
never let them work,
Hmm.
then yeah, then you have to have a shoe that holds your foot together, but you don't want to do that.
Imagine wearing a glove that was like a mitten, and it was like keeping
Yeah,
your fingers supported. Not just a
it looked
mitten,
like
but a mitten that was like squishing your fingers together all day long. Like you just were, like you were the
have you seen
penguin
that?
from.
Elon does this
No,
with his hands, yeah, when he's gesturing, yeah.
that's it
It's an
together, huh?
autistic thing.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well,
not
my
my
son, yeah.
autistic thing, but
Well, my son does that. My son he does the
okay, yeah,
flapping. He also does the one-handed clapping.
yeah.
Um, so yeah,
I'm
he's
a
got
little
both.
like wherever I am on the spectrum, it's not quite that severe, so I'm more aware of that, but I do have problems with eye contact. I've had to train myself very hard for that.
Mhm.
I realized one day that the nice cashiers in the stores were handing my receipt and saying thank you, and I needed to say thank you. And then I realized I should look at them. And that is hard for me. Like it's
Mhm.
complete stranger. I just but I've taught myself to do it. I look them straight in the eyes and say thank you. And then I
Mhm.
run out of the store.
Well, just the verbal response, I think, is good.
Yeah. But
But
I felt like I should be doing that and so I've learned.
that's good. Yeah, I mean, and he's actually very friendly to people in the store. Wants to talk to people all the time. It's kind of interesting. But
It's a
um,
good thing.
so
It's
I
better than
wanted to.
being isolated.
I don't want to get too far away from the segue here with the
Yeah.
grounding and the shoe wear because this next one is right along that path, and I can talk about my son all day as well, but this is actually very intriguing. Tala, check this out, you guys.
Glass wheel is a conceptual
It's a human
installation
hamster
created
wheel.
by architecture students David Gallagher, Kevin James, and Jacob Jabali at the Dalhousie University
Hey,
School
let me
of
see you do the
Architecture.
stairs.
Designed as a giant hamster wheel lined with real
Do
grass,
it.
the interactive piece lets people walk barefoot on a patch of greenery while moving through
Oh my
urban
god.
environments. The project playfully explores the importance of urban green space and how even a small connection to nature can change the way we experience city life.
It's real grass.
Uh,
Uh, maybe she says it earlier on. Let's see.
What if you could walk through the
yeah.
city without ever
It looks like
leaving?
AstroTurf, I'm just
Glass
saying.
Wheel is a conceptual
That
installation
first part
created
did,
by
but right
architecture
here where
students David
she
Gallagher,
says it
Kevin James,
somewhere.
and Jacob Jabali at the Dalhousie University School of Architecture.
Maybe not.
Designed as
I
a
swear I
giant
heard it.
Yeah,
hamster
it's like
wheel
real
lined with
grass.
real grass, the
There it is.
interactive piece
Yes.
lets
So
Okay,
it's
yeah.
real grass right there.
It's a strip
Um,
of sod. Like, how do you get that to stick and then stay alive? How often do you
that's
have
the
to
part. It's probably like okay,
please store
it's
it in a vat of water? I mean,
that, or maybe like they just go like you can only walk around on it for a couple
I'm
hours, and that
saying
one's
it's gonna
done.
die.
Yeah. Although I don't know. I mean, you think of it like a house plant in a pot. It's essentially in a pot. It's
Yeah, but
essentially not,
the roots are getting crushed.
crushed. Yeah. I mean, that's what grass is. I mean, I don't know. You're not wrong. It
You
is
leave it
crushing,
parked outside your office and some random cow comes along.
right? There's a big patch missing out of my grass wheel. How am I gonna get home? I'm gonna get home. There's gravel in that patch now. Uh, um, it's just
Some
funny
dog
though.
comes
I don't know. Like it's clearly just a. It's meant
along.
to. It's a gimmick, but it's also kind of meant to bring to light that we're so separated from grounding.
You know what
Those
though?
things
But I'm
again.
disappointed they're not showing anybody doing those stairs, man. I wanted to see the stairs.
Oh yeah.
You know that's not happening.
Oh, I don't know why I'm going to tell you about this, but there's a show that I watch that I just started watching the third season of Silo, and people live underground. It's a post-apocalyptic scenario. They live in these silos underground, and they go up and down the staircase that's in the middle that goes all the way down like 150 floors or whatever. And there's a team that's like hauling things, and they haul things by using a sled that goes up and down the stairs. And I was looking at it, I'm like, this metal
Wow.
sled going up and down these concrete stairs. How often do they repair these stairs for that happening? They've been in here for 300 years. You're telling me you're just dragging metal, like they were like skids,
Oh, like on
across the
runners,
concrete.
kind of.
Yeah, like just metal, like sleigh skids or whatever. It
Oh my
just
god.
felt. I was like, wow, that's so like anybody looking at that knows that would you could do that a few times before you'd be repairing the concrete stairs all the way up and down
Right?
150 flights. Like
Yeah.
really. Anyway, that was just a side thing. But so this next one, we've watched a couple videos from Dr. Grundy or Gundry, Dr. Gundry. That guy,
Country, yeah.
he's always talking about like your poop and like your gut and all this and that. This time he's talking about polyphenol rich olive oil, and there's a difference between just olive oil and olive oil that is like, of course, he wants to sell us on his olive oil that's like
Of
super
course.
polyphenol rich, but having that knowledge is enough for us to be able to go, okay, well, how can I source things that are a little more higher in polyphenols? And the way he explains it, I thought was worth watching. So let's check it out from Dr. Gundry.
This is how to tell if your olive oil is fake.
These are the UK fries. These are the American.
How could you tell?
The oils that they're cooked in.
Number 3, canola oil. If you can find organic canola oil, then it's actually a very good oil. The problem with canola oil is most canola oil in the United States is genetically modified. Number 2, coconut oil. Coconut oil has a very high smoke point. So, yes, you can absolutely use it. Unfortunately, coconut oil has only about a tenth of the polyphenols of olive oil.
Crisco is
And the
actually
flavor.
developed as a candle wax replacement. Crisco
Candle
is an
wax.
abbreviation
Ugh.
for crystallized cottonseed oil. Cottonseed was
Industrial
never used
lubricant.
on food before. In fact, it was an industrial solvent, among other things. During World War II, Procter & Gamble realized that you could put food coloring and tell people it was just like butter. They gave generous grants to the American Heart Association for promoting Crisco as a heart-healthy alternative to butter and lard. I left these bottles of olive oil in the
Heart
fridge
healthy.
overnight. Supposedly, if your olive oil is 100% authentic, then it should solidify like this one over here. But if your olive oil is cut with other cheaper oils, it would look something like this, maintaining a liquid consistency. Unfortunately, this method is actually not accurate. Most fats can solidify when cold. So even olive oils that have been mixed can.
So that's a test that you can run on your oils to see, and that makes sense because whenever you put leftovers that are fatty in the fridge, what happens? They turn white again. They solidify, and
Well, also with coconut oil, this is actually extremely important because everybody
mm,
got into the whole MCT thing. And I learned early on, there's a variety of coconut oil that they marketed. Oh, it'll stay liquid at room temperature or colder or whatever. You don't want that. You want coconut oil that will solidify as the temperature drops. You lose something out of that. And there's a big long thing, like I looked it up on ChatGPT about how you end up with high polyphenol olive oil. And it's the growing conditions, the harvest, the varieties, the crushing and maxillation process, avoid excessive refining, filter, store properly. But the ones that are high in polyphenol are probably not the favorite of some people because the genuine ones are going to be more bitter, peppery, often causing a slight throat sting or cough, and robust and grassy. That's not my favorite flavor for olive oil. Because, for one thing, I don't cook with olive oil. I use it as a salad dressing if I'm
Yeah,
eating a salad, which I am not eating a salad right now because I'm not
you gotta
risking
get
that.
back in the you gotta get back in the swing of things.
I'm a
Yeah,
little
so
scared of that.
yeah, well, he talks about that because there's there's different ways of getting olive oil, and I just want, I guess, let him say it.
Hardened in the fridge.
Yeah.
What really matters is the type of fats in these oils. Olive oil is packed with monounsaturated fats, which are good for heart health. They're also chock full of polyphenols.
Have some olive oil before your bed, and your sleeping partner will love you for it.
Somebody told me olive oil could be used as shaving cream.
Oh yeah, I guess it can be used as shaving cream, but also it can help reduce snoring. Evidently, it lubricates your nasal passages, and I don't know if that means you have to put it in your nose or take a drink of it.
Drink,
And
which
they're talking take a spoonful of this every day, and there's a bunch of people in this video that talk about doing that. And you're right. He says that the sting, a tingly feeling. He says that's how you know it's working. I'm like, well, okay,
to me, it also
that's
makes me feel like my throat is dry. I don't like olive oil without anything else with it. I really
mhm.
don't. Even coconut oil
Maybe
by itself is kind of.
Yeah. My son's mom started getting coconut oil because I've been giving my dogs coconut oil, and made sure I got a really good kind. And she told me about how hers is staying too melty all the time, and I'm like, well, probably the type of coconut oil. Like it's probably you might have
Could
to
be.
find a better
But I mean,
kind.
if it's warm weather, it's gonna be.
Well, mine isn't. Mine's in the sitting on the counter, and it stays nice. It stays solid.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know it's supposed to be organic or whatever. I forget the
It might not
brand.
be as hot in your house as it is in mine. I don't know. I don't know how cold you keep it.
I actually, I meant to turn it back up. I've been turning it up to like 77, 78 lately
Yep, that's about what I keep
because
it in.
it's too cold if you got it. I like 75, but or even in the low 70s, but not now, not right now because of the heat outside is making the air conditioner just run nonstop if you lower it that
Yep.
way. So it actually feels cooler even though I'm at 77, 78 because of how often the air is running. It's not really
Yeah.
about the temperature it's at. It's kind of weird. But anyway, back to this guy here.
cream? Yep. Swap out that spray can and slather on
So
some
can you hear
olive
this at all? You heard
Yeah.
some of it? Okay.
oil instead. It could actually be really useful for moisturizing your skin and helping it look bright and fresh.
Shaving with it.
Does olive oil actually help prevent snoring?
That's the
Snoring?
one. People,
Fact. It turns out that olive oil lubricates your respiratory passages so that vibration doesn't happen.
Can it help with my
I know there's some people out there that definitely need to know about that for sure.
Whiter looking teeth?
Wider
Yes.
teeth.
Extra virgin
True
olive
apnea, though, it's not gonna help.
Well,
So,
touche, but I think there's a lot of people that just have like lazy airways. um, so this is interesting. It can help whiten your teeth.
oil can help contribute to the look of whiter teeth.
you can use it
because
for
it
oil
can bind
pulling.
to plaque.
Say again.
You can use it for oil pulling.
It combines to the plaque, and then you can get it all off, I guess.
And tartar, and then help remove debris. But before you pull that bottle from the kitchen, there are 3 important things about store-bought olive oil that you should know.
So the other day I saw this video by this famous heart surgeon saying how incredible olive oil is for you. So I just turned 40 and I made a promise to my wife to be healthier. So I said, a spoonful of olive oil a day, this I can do. It's been a month since I started and I literally feel no different. I still have the joint discomfort, the brain fog, and the dad bod. What gives? Honestly, it pisses me
He doesn't
off.
have a
Now,
dad
I'm not normally
bod.
the one to do this, but I actually
That's not a dad bod.
Pushing his
Skinny
stomach out,
guy.
too.
Jeez, he's like, how can I maybe sit down so it wrinkles up a
Put it
little
down
bit
a
more?
little.
Yeah, like jeez.
An email to that doctor. I said, "Hey doc, quick question.
Flex.
I started taking a spoonful of olive oil per your recommendation, and I feel no different at all. Please
Fake.
advise." Now, this doctor is huge, so I wasn't actually expecting a response. But get this, a few days later, an email from him hits my inbox. It was just 9 words. "Did you watch until the end of the video?" And okay,
This is the funny part. You're just gonna keep seeing people say this, like, "Did you watch the end of the video? Did you watch the end of the video?" And it's just a type of
I like
olive
if you
oil.
looped in
Well,
because you need to buy their olive oil.
right. But then if you just go to the comment section, you got people like, "Did anyone watch the end of the video?" And people just cutting straight to the gist of it.
I admit it, I didn't, but it was like 20 minutes long. I watched the entire thing, did what the doctor said, and it's been about 6 weeks now. I was wrong. His olive oil hack works. My wife actually told me the other day that I'm glowing. I like it because it's so easy. You add something to your diet instead of cutting stuff out.
That was a sad little jog he made too. He's like, "I'm glowing."
I know.
My jog's like,
dude, I can jog better than that.
like, wow, dude. Okay.
He wants to do it and feel the
And he
results.
gets to eat whatever he wants. He gets to eat whatever he wants. Still, that's the key to all this.
Are we going for pizza?
Walking, forget it. My body's basically yelling, "Lie down or die." And then I catch this doctor claiming olive oil can fix that. I've heard dumber things, but whatever. 1 spoon a day keeps me vertical. I'll try. So I choke it down every morning for a month. Still dragging, still foggy, still
Snort that olive oil.
coffee to work a miracle. I was fed up. I wrote the guy.
I wrote the guy.
Your oil, still dead inside. Didn't think I'd get back.
Down our
I've been sucking down your oil. I'm still dead inside. Like, wow. This guy is extreme. I'm either gonna take a nap or die, and I'm sucking down your like. This guy is intense. Like, he's supposed to be the everyman. I'm surprised he doesn't have a red hat on. You know, like a just a blank red hat. Just.
But bam, he replies. Did you watch until the end of the video?
Oh, did you? Oh, sorry. This is not, by the way, this is not the video they're talking about that we're watching right now, because it's not the 20-minute video. This is a 6-minute video. So anyway, once I got into all this part, I kind of just skipped to the comments.
Yeah.
But more or less, he has his own brand of olive oil. But that doesn't mean that you can't go out and find different sources for olive oil.
Yeah, just do your own research and, yeah.
There's also like a
you
part of this.
do all the time anyway. It doesn't matter if it's, a bottled supplement, research the brand, research the formulation, research the source, or food, I try to buy only U.S. sourced beef. I've been doing that for over a year. I can't do grass fed all the time. And as I said, grass fed grain finished is better anyway. You get the nutritive value and then the fat marbling. That's my preference. But if it's U.S. sourced, that's my bare minimum. I don't want stuff that's imported. Unless it's from Japan.
Well, we all have our biases. So he does get into something later in here about olives, which I thought was informative.
Compounds that naturally occur in superfoods like mangosteen, schizandra, and yes, even certain olives. And most of them can have serious life-changing effects, like helping restore strength and flexibility to your joints, supporting a healthy heart with tons of energy, even helping you manage body fat to achieve your goal weight. The catch is you need to know your exact body chemistry to get the best polyphenol benefits. Different bodies react differently to the same healthy compound. So if you don't know your chemistry, you likely won't see any meaningful results. The key to knowing which polyphenols will click with your body, you need to know your body's polyphenol code. That's what I call the secret pattern of specific phenols your body needs to unlock better all-around health. The good news is I've identified 4 polyphenol codes that most people fall into.
And then you have to go to his site and find out. So this wasn't the video. Maybe I saved it. Maybe I didn't save it. But he basically explained that olives are richer in flavor and polyphenols when you harvest them sooner, like earlier.
Yep.
But the later that they get harvested, the more they turn into black olives. Black olives and green olives are actually the same thing. That I didn't know this until this time, until yesterday when I saw this. And the black olives are actually just over-ripened green olives. And the difference though in the oil itself, production of the oil, companies get more oil the more ripe that they are, which actually is a lower polyphenol count, which means
Right.
that a lot of like that, what does that mean? Profits, right? So that means most of the olive oil we're going to find in the store is probably going to be that mass produced higher end, or not higher end, but the higher quantity, riper
Yeah.
olives. So not the kind that you want. So probably that means
You'll
it's going
see
to
it in the
cost a little
color.
more. That
You'll
means this
see it in the color. I've had some olive oil
too.
that's very
Yeah,
green. In fact, the best quality avocado oil I've ever had, and I refused to cook with it. It's all been used for raw,
really.
like on salads,
I
was
cook with avocado
it's a
oil.
green. Have you ever seen a green avocado oil?
It's got a tint to it, but no, not what
Dark
you're talking
green. It's
about.
beautiful. I think it was one of the Primal Kitchen products. I can't remember, but it is so good. Yeah. So you
Organic
want to see that
California
color.
olive
The
oil.
color is indicative. Just like the coconut oil I was talking about that stays liquid at colder temperatures, it's clear. The coconut oil is not supposed to look clear.
No,
It's very much refined. I don't want that.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, Rose, I didn't know they had a California olive oil. Hmm.
Yeah, and I started to say that my favorite olives are they're a ripe green olive, and I guess they're from California, but yeah, it's a ripe green, so they're not like the green ones that are with pimentos and
Hmm.
pickled like that. Ripe green, you get them in a can, and those are absolutely amazing.
I've never had
My
them. So
mother
what's
doesn't like them;
inside
she
them?
only likes green.
What's in the middle? Like a seed or?
Yeah, I get them pitted,
Oh, they
Yeah,
do still pit them then that way. Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Rose, yeah, the video is not necessarily about fake olive oil necessarily as much as it is even within
Quality.
within the quality of olive oil, how much of the polyphenols you're getting, which you have to do a little research on that. Polyphenols are helpful in a lot of things. I can't give you the specifics,
But,
but I
I
know
mean,
it's
I would have to do some research too, so now I'm curious because of that bitter, peppery, all of that, those strong flavors are usually a warning about anti-nutrients. It's a natural
really
warning system. So now I'm gonna have to research and see, is there a downside? I'm curious, you know?
to what? Because I'm curious now too. What do you mean to the downside
The higher
to
polyphenol
um
and like that kind. Let's find
what
out real quick.
what can happen with increased polyphenol. I don't know how. Yeah, here it is. Intake.
So here's the question. Are there anti-nutrients in high polyphenol
Okay.
oil? No, generally no. So that's a win-win. High polyphenol olive oil is not considered a significant source of anti-nutrients. It's useful to distinguish between polyphenols and anti-nutrients.
Ah, so maybe the
Let's
polyphenols
see.
have that kind of effect too, a little tingliness.
Yeah, apparently it's okay. So high polyphenol extra virgin olive oil is not regarded as an anti-nutrient rich food. The polyphenols it contains are generally studied for their potential beneficial biological effects rather than for reducing nutrient absorption. If you have a condition such as iron deficiency anemia, it's still reasonable to consume olive oil as part of meals, though if you're concerned about maximizing iron absorption, beverages like tea and coffee are typically much more relevant than olive oil. So, yeah,
Hmm.
it seems like there's no downside to it, so that's good.
This says there is a downside to too much polyphenols. It says while very high doses, especially from isolated supplements, can carry risks due to their I'm sorry, hormetic nature. Polyphenols are natural plant compounds, over 8,000 types, including flavonoids and so there's a lot of types of these polyphenols, like
Lactose dependent, okay.
anthocyanins
I mean,
and
you could overdo potassium. Too much potassium is just as bad as too little. It'll stop your
right,
heart.
antioxidants, anti-inflammatory properties. So some of those can be overdone for sure. Benefits of
Yeah.
higher intake. Eating if you eat it through food, cardiovascular health improvements, better blood pressure, cholesterol profiles, lower LDL, uh, uh, endothelial,
Endothelial.
endothelial function, endothelial function, and reduced risk of cardiovascular disease. They got to shorten it CVD, stroke, and coronary heart disease. Meta-analysis link higher flavonoid intake up to 500 milligrams per day to 27 to 20 or 20 to 27% lower relative risk for these outcomes. That's good. I mean, it's just in general. I mean, heart disease being the probably the, I don't know for sure, but number one killer is the last thing I researched. Is that our top cause of death? Isn't it heart disease?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number one cause of death in women in the United States as well, heart disease.
Metabolic and
Number
blood
one cause
sugar
of death for
benefits.
lupus patients. And so, like, being that I'm a female lupus patient with history
Hey
of a heart
Scott.
condition, I take that seriously.
Scott Braley, how are you doing, brother? Yeah, it looks like there's stuff going. It's like metabolic and blood sugar benefits, gut health, brain and neuroprotective effects,
Yeah. And you
anti-inflammatory,
want that.
antioxidant. Yeah, yeah. I mean, all of these things sound like good things, but like it says, it distinguishes between taking supplements, which can be a high concentration, and just eating foods that have it. So I think the spoonful of
Yep.
olive oil a day kind of bypasses, or not bypasses, but at least passes that test of between food and supplement.
I
But
mean,
although,
personally, I would say with food. I mean, I just like the whole thing
oh
of just
sure, yeah, put it
um
on some food, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing, people ever like you could even skip past that and put it into little capsules if you really didn't want to, like if you're really
Yeah,
just trying to,
absolutely.
but
There's
then
probably somebody already manufacturing it that way, I'm just saying.
right, two capsules a day and you're good to go.
I
Um,
already take garlic oil capsules. That keeps mosquitoes off me.
I
It's
want
good
to take
for
Fico capsules.
what?
I'm gonna go and get not fecal, Fico.
That sounded wrong.
Well, fecal capsules might be good for you too. They say
It
there's a lot of good
it
bacteria in
actually
there.
exists for people who need a transplant because
Yeah,
they've lost their
bacteria.
their biome. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's a
Well, no,
medical
I'm talking
treatment.
about full extract cannabis oil,
Ah,
which I really found I like because I have a high tolerance, but also,
yeah.
no pun intended, but also trying to get away from inhaling. But the process has been annoying because it's in a little syringe and I put it on some like toast or something. So I got to take
Yep.
one bite with that stuff on it, and it's not the most pleasant flavor. It's not the worst flavor I've ever had in my mouth either. But it's also just like,
Can you
and
not
so then
like
so I'm chewing up some bread real quick, and I drink some
you
milk
know you know
and swallow it.
the first stuff that I started using to come down on pain med usage was butter. The only problem is the butter that we obtained from someone that we trust, who
Sure,
actually
sure.
worked at a dispensary. Um, it was made with the indica, which flattens me. I I don't me and indica don't have a good relationship.
Hey, real quick before we get off the topic, we're at 2:20 right now, so it's 4:20 somewhere. I just want to show you this real quick, Tala. Check this out.
What?
It's not playing.
See
Nothing's
how you
playing.
are?
I might have to refresh my screen. Nothing's happening for me
As long
over
as we
here.
didn't crash somewhere.
Yeah, it looks like we didn't crash, but wow, that's weird. Well, let me just go. Oh, nothing. Yeah, I can't even switch our outlet.
Oh my
So
god.
you're most
Okay,
likely
so
going to be up by yourself on the screen for a second. Let me just hit the
okay,
refresh button.
that's fine. I'll keep talking. The suggestion is, like, because I started off with that butter. Obviously, it was made with the product, so it worked, but it flattens me too much. If I need to sleep, great. But when I finally was able to go to a dispensary because we got it legal recreationally in California, then everybody was like, "Oh, you need gummies," because I'm really a lightweight. Even then, I was a lightweight, and I was like, "Okay, let me try the gummies." And I warned them I'm a lightweight, so they directed me to Kana first, and then I can get away with Kana, I can get away with Wild. If I buy I think it's called hiatus, they're sour ones. Tastes great, but I got to do a tiny little piece because it'll flatten me. So I have to be very careful about the variety. But point of that being, butter seems to mellow that flavor. So even if you're not making butter to make caramel or whatever, if you're already putting it on toast, if you put a lot of butter, it may mellow that flavor out to where it's more tolerable for you.
Yeah, and I do, and honestly, I think I'm more paranoid about it getting in my teeth, like just kind of like sticky, and you got to try and get it out of your teeth. And honestly, I don't really
So mix it with the butter.
it's been a problem, but I do end up swallowing a little bit of like toast or whatever that's not all that chewed up, and I'm like, get some like that's not great either. So, in other words, I want to buy some of those little capsules, and I keep saying that, but you know,
Yeah.
priorities sometimes
They're
stop
cheap.
doing
Get
things.
them on Amazon, capsules are cheap.
So one of my anxiety sort of symptoms is that I might think I might have like 100 things I need to do, and I guess prioritizing is a little tough because I will get stuck in one place because I'm like I need to do that, I need to do that, I want to do that, I can't do that because it's a want. And I got all these things I need to do that I won't be able to do, and so you get stuck in between
Analysis
this
paralysis.
universe.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's me.
That
But I got to
I
show
have
you
all these
this.
tasks around me and I don't know where to start.
I
Yeah.
don't know if it's going to echo or not, but it just might echo. Let me just do this real quick.
Cheers.
This is the part right here. Smoke responsibly, everybody. Medical toke. Smoke responsibly. That's what that's.
That's adorable.
It's kind of gives. It's kind of not really a disclaimer, but kind of a explainer, maybe. I don't know.
It's definitely you, we can tell. That is adorable.
That came up. It came up with that pretty fast, actually. The part that was hard was getting the sounds and getting this device to actually work the way it's supposed to work. I added in my own audio for the sound of the exhale. I screen recorded myself exhaling and without just going.
That's funny.
That was it. Anyway, little side note there. Actually, we are way past the hour, so let me check out our number post here real quickly and reminder
And
everybody.
by the way, I don't know
What?
if she still is, but my friend Trish actually did repost and said she was listening in. So,
Oh, thanks. I think we're both following each other also.
yeah. I'm trying to get
Um,
more people to, hey, check it out, check it out. That's why I made
well, thank
sure
you.
I post the Rumble and the YouTube links under, in the comments on the X repost because, they can't participate in chat if they want to unless they're on Rumble or YouTube. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's this silly thing. I don't know how to make this work. It won't let me add any destinations into this stream bot, so I'll have to mess with that some other time. Unfortunately, I guess we could head over, we could pop over to my profile, my page, I guess, and see if anybody has commented. Oh, there goes my camera. Thank you, OBS.
I must be having some improvement in my core strength because, by now, usually I'm like
Leaning.
leaning on that walking stick.
Nope.
And I don't even have a pillow behind me right now. Um, yeah, I think I'm doing better. Like that's an improvement. By 1 hour, I usually feel it. Active sitting is one of the first things they'll teach you in physical therapy if you've got back pain, core strength issues, any of that. And it's always been a struggle for me, but I didn't know why. And it's the hypermobility. So now that we're working on it, I guess, Palloff press, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't do that in your workout, Palloff press is very important. So we're doing a rotation, and then towards you. This is with a cable pull, and then back. So you're working those obliques. It starts stabilizing your core. Yeah,
Oh no.
super happy with that.
They started a dancing banana party. All right, we're having fun. All right, so let me do this number spin. I just added Brenda at number 16, and I got to get the number wheel out here. And it's kind of annoying that I have to do this, but I probably don't. I shouldn't have to do this, but for some reason, I like to just break it down to one wheel. Let's see, 500. About that? Nope. About 300. There we go. Now you can see just the number wheel on the screen. Adding number 16 from Brenda. And let's see, this week so far we had Kayla and Kim Marston both winning. Let's see who we got today. Just a reminder, I am not doing any community-based giveaways next month, but I am still open for anybody that needs to use their coupons for something like that. Something like item that you want at one of the sponsors' websites or whatever. But I can only do that for so many people each month before the wells run dry. So hit me up in the beginning of the month if you guys want something with your credit. But look at me, I'm like a dwarf now. I'm sitting way back down here. Let's see. You ever heard of Dorf? Dorf. He's a comedian, and I don't think he could get away with it these days. But he was like, he was not really making himself look like a dwarf, but he looked like a regular sized person, but with the tiniest legs ever. And so he would put his knees down on shoes, and it would make it look like he was a full size man. But
I've seen that done.
It's an old comedian. Who was it? Number 8. You guys can't see the number, but it's number 8. Maybe I can move it over. There you go, number 8. Boom. Who's number 8? If you're just popping in, guys, we got a few rumblers coming in now. Check out the early part of the show sometime if you want. We did go over several stories. I have some more stuff. Actually, a lot of good stuff to talk about still. Let's see. Number 8 was Andrew, who won the door prize yesterday. Nice. That's almost like a double win, Andrew. Like you won, and then you won the next thing.
Yeah, he's won a lot, huh?
But he's also one of the handful of people that go to every site that we're live. He does the comment below the post. He does, he gets on game night. He gets on people in the boxes. Like he's one of the above and beyond community members for sure, and he's also one of my moderators on. I got moderators kind of spread out on different sites, and I need to make a list of who all is moderating and where, and maybe kind of consolidate all that together and get some moderators for the Discord. If you have Discord, do you have Discord, Tala?
I do. I in fact created a channel of my own because they were going to delete the communities on X, which they backed out of doing that, but I still want to have that as a backup. So I've asked people who are in my community on X to please join the Discord because I got the Savage Not Average community. So if I have a backup, I think it's better because they could change their minds again.
It's a good hub. It's a good hub, and it's very customizable compared to communities. Like you couldn't do half of this.
I have no idea what I'm doing with it.
Well,
I have
I'll just give you the basics. You can do all sorts of different chat rooms with actual typing, but then you can do a voice channel, which where you could turn your camera on or leave it
I saw
off.
that.
And
Yeah.
so the voice channels are really cool. People can just hang out in there all day doing whatever computer work, playing video games, and then you could just pop in. Oh, hey, Talo, what's up? And then pop out. It's almost like a phone call that's kind of just
Okay.
like all the time. That's just kind of always going on.
Party line.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. Anyway, the reason I bring it up is because I have one also. So I'll join yours if you join mine. But
Oh,
it's a good hub for people, and I actually got a lot of different gaming discords that I've been. I was on Discord for years before I made my own. I just recently did that, so we
yeah.
could have another place to hang
Same.
out.
I've had it for a couple of years now, I guess. Middle Reboot, TMR, he had he I don't know if he's still doing it, but for a while he was doing a habit forming challenge. So I joined that at one point, and he was doing that through Discord. So that's how I ended up with Discord.
Oh,
And then
nice.
we had it for that platform that crashed and burned. So
Um, Scott, let me put you on the door prize wheel, brother. If you're still hanging out with me, I forgot to do that. Uh, So, reason I brought it up is because this is a good place also for kind of having call-ins or people that want to pop in. Because right now I just put myself in the audio channel in my Discord server. It's called the Hen House, and you go into the audio channel and you guys can pop in there now. I know there's a handful of people that are in this now. If you wanted to pop in, just audio only, and actually ask a question, or maybe pull it tell us about a crazy story or whatever that within the topics of health, wellness, science, and fitness, of course. Let's see, Scott
there it is.
and
Discord.
Margaret found the dancing banana on Facebook with this unhappy face. I still don't get that, but he's dancing away with this big frown on his face.
Oh yeah, we're following each other on Discord, so I'm there. I guess I just need to tap go to server.
We're following each other. Let's see, Tala. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I forgot we did that. You forgot too. What do you want to do
Do you
in
have
this
one? Oh no.
community?
Send me your invite as well. Cool.
Alright.
And then over here, it'll like in the main chat channel, which I call the town square. It will say Tala just joined. Way better. Just today we had all kinds 9 joined. He said hello, and there's Tala. And if I click wave, you can put all sorts of like gifs and there's also games inside of Discord that you can play with each other in the chats in the voice chat. So there's a lot of interesting things. There's also alternatives to Discord. There's a lot of stuff out there, but I used it for a long time, so now we have it as a tool we can use for the show, especially things like people in the boxes, or maybe I don't know, any time really. If towards the end of the show, we can have people like call-ins come in through here if they want, or use the Rumble Studio because they have a call-in feature. But I digress.
I
All right.
found it. I sent you an invite.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I stumble my way around Discord. Seriously, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Be right here. There we go. Join. Boom. Cool.
Yeah, it's one of those sites that I just kind of hurl myself at it and go, "What's this do? What's that? Am I in the right place? Let's try that."
It was for the longest time just a place where
So
gamers
incompetent.
would connect and play, not just play the same game together, but gamers who are playing games would be able to
Yeah.
talk to each other while they're playing a different game, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's really what it was for
Yeah,
me.
I know a number of people who do gaming stuff
Bye,
on there.
Rose.
And obviously, I mentioned before, I don't game anymore. I stopped in 2014 because I'm a little I'm a little obsessive and competitive, and
Mm,
it'll take all my time, and I realized I need to cut this off.
yeah, I get it. That's why a lot of times I play games that are single player. I'll
Yeah.
play. I don't get into this hyper competitive games. Just don't have time for it because I know it's not gonna end well
When I
for me.
say when I say that I don't like competition, I never said that I'm not competitive.
Right.
There's a distinction. And so the follow-up is to explain to people who ever like ask the question is, yes, I am competitive. Absolutely. I don't like what it does to me. So I have to regulate that very carefully.
Mm,
Because I would get into, the
yeah,
MMORPGs that I was in, I would get into a weekend event and just not sleep.
yeah.
Let me lay down on the floor for 45 minutes. I'm dying. That was sleep.
Just be
Because gotta get
glued.
those coins, gotta get that boss, gotta get I can do
My
better. I can
daily
do better.
quest, Tala. I got to get the daily quest
Oh,
done.
have mercy, it was bad. It was
I played
bad,
World
man.
of
I had to
Warcraft for a
stop.
while. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not.
So,
It's not
and of
healthy.
course, I say about women, we're not competitive. No, 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 honey, women are vicious.
Yes,
And
they
I
are.
apply that in that area. So it's better for me to do something physically active like the speed bagging. And now that the PT is on point and my shoulders are doing better, now I can build up my speed and start working on my skills again, without harming myself. That was the important part. So, yeah, I'll direct the energy to something physically active.
Yeah, and I mean, you can compete with yourself on a lot of things too.
Yes.
Just to kind of satisfy. And it's not like
Personal
I don't.
best, that's the best way.
Well, we're all sort of competing in this new digital world, and it's not
Yeah.
always for money. It's not always for likes and shares, but there's a competition with people who are trying to make something of themselves. You put yourself into a competition of life, not so
Right.
that you can be down on yourself, but because you've made the choice to be more of a go getter than a I'm just here, taking up space and eating and living and breathing. Like there's a difference between that sort of uh, positive movement or that forward motion that some people that maybe want to start a business or create something or whatever it is, create a product. Um, that's different than just kind of coasting through life. And so you kind of inevitably put yourself into competition that you weren't necessarily expecting or planning for or signing up for. I never thought I would be in competition with so many people that I have no problems with or have no like I have an alternative option or view on competition being more collaborative than so cutthroat, which some people just like. I think sometimes it's just the more shallow thinker about a lot of things. They just take. They're the ones that are gonna just take what they can when they can versus looking at a longer term payoff. Anyway, that's a ramble. But
Yeah.
check this video out. It's kind of crazy. It's not necessarily um, super related, but it is a scary, dirty job that kind of has to be done. And if you listen to why, it's pretty crazy. Let me get to
What is it? Oh, barnacles. Yeah.
Would you work
this. Let me just say it comes from FIFO Guide. FIFO
Because they're
Guide.
destructive.
They're destructive, but they also are not just like a thing on pirate ships. Like people don't
No.
realize they're on
would
all
you
out.
work
Have
this
you
job
seen people
up to
cleaning them off sea turtles? They'll get in a sea turtle's mouth even, and then they can't
Oh my
eat.
god!
Yeah,
Wow.
it's terrible.
Check this out.
150,000 per year? This is cleaning barnacles off of an offshore
150K.
oil rig, and
Get paid
Wow.
150K a year cleaning barnacles on an
I'm in
offshore
the
oil
wrong
rig.
shipping
business.
I'm not sure, Andrew. You could have missed something or two. Like everything's a pretty great soundbite for us. We're so we're on it.
vessel. This is also a really important job, and without it, things can get devastating, especially when these barnacles overgrow like this on the metal underpart of an offshore oil rig. Because when we have inspections of the foundation, it can actually cover up something that could be devastating to the rig, like a hole in the metal, and they can also contribute a lot more weight, which can over time age the oil rig even more. It also causes a lot of drag on offshore supply vessels. But be honest, would you jump in the freezing cold water offshore and scrape a few barnacles off the underside of a ship or an offshore oil rig for up to over six figures off a year? Don't forget, you also get 6 months off a year out here on these jobs, and you also get everything for free on the offshore oil rigs because they're like mini cities. But look, if you're serious about getting out here, check out the website in our bio. We have a step-by-step guide to help break you into the industry. Would you work this?
Oh, that's a job opportunity, you guys. I see people. I see people on Facebook, and I'm not trying to judge, but there's a lot of people that will complain about not being able to find a job, and I get that this is clearly not an option for everybody,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
but this is
Niche
the
skill, you gotta be a scuba, you gotta be certified for all kinds of stuff.
oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure, but I'm sure you could, if you wanted to, if somebody wanted to, they could get into it.
Breakfast.
Yeah. But like the issue is people, I guess we're a little softer these days. Like, it's like you might have to walk away from everything in order to start over if you really can't find a job where you're at.
Yeah.
Um,
Look,
and I think,
some of the most like the lucrative stuff is not only hard work but dangerous work. Oil field,
mhm,
that's dangerous.
that's big money, and that's
It is
also
very big money,
you're
and you
just a
also get a lot
number.
of time off too. That's the other thing. You do
Six
long hours,
months.
dangerous stuff, and then you get time off to do whatever you want.
6 months a year you get off.
Yeah.
$150,000 for 6 months of work. How many of you guys would do it? Anybody?
I mean, let me be clear here. You can't live on 50K in California where I'm at.
150K?
Oh, 150K. Okay. That's
150K, yeah.
okay. Yeah, that you can. Cuz we're under that by a little bit. So,
But it wouldn't be like you wouldn't want to live where it's like just at your means. You'd probably be like,
well,
okay, let me
also
find.
like supplement that. Like I've become an eBay seller. I started in that. My buddy in
What do you
in the
sell?
speed bag, he sells anything that
Oh,
I
right, right.
can
Yeah.
anything, because people will buy anything. Right now I got a couple of collector figures that I scored from a thrift store for like $6 each. So I listed them. But thing is I need to get a bunch of listings because I don't know if it boosts your visibility, but they indicated that it does. So I'm working
Dawn
on
says
that.
she's down. All right, Dawn, this guy, he'll give you the guide to
Can you imagine
get
6 months,
started.
150K, and then supplement with passive income or eBay selling, set up merchandise, stuff like that. Now
Think of the
that,
content. Think of the content doing that job. Like, all
right?
right, set me up a drone to watch me to record me doing the.
Saying.
You
Just
could get
sitting
some wicked
and telling
content.
stories about your job would do it.
Hmm.
People will watch that. Look at these shows like Deadliest Catch, right?
Hmm.
People want to know about that stuff because it's fascinating. It's stuff we don't see, and it
Well,
like I
this
said, it's
video
dangerous.
alone has, I don't know, I can't see the metrics on the screen.
Hmm.
17,000 likes.
And
I
that
mean, if you can't monetize that, it has 2.7 million views. Like, if
Yeah, that's
you
what I was gonna
don't know
say. So
how,
that's just the likes. The views, that's where it's at because that's your impressions. So if it's over 1 million on the views, yeah, there's money.
so like my profile on Facebook is monetized to the point where my likes, shares, comments all also add to it also.
Okay.
The shares are big, I think. But
Every
yeah.
platform has different things. So like X
Hmm.
is just messed up at this point.
Oh,
I'm over it.
like this is a silly thing, but like I'm monetized on my profile, but I spend more time on my page. And so I posted a couple things on my profile. I'm like, I might as well, like, if it makes me a couple pennies, but I'm like, it's just not enough to be like, okay, why I made a whole professional, like a persona, a page that's just for the show, so separated away from and they want to throw more money at my profile. It's like, all right, Facebook, I'm out of here. What's up, Rumble? Well, I mean, if we can
Facebook's
get
a
some
love hate
commenters, huh?
Facebook's the love hate relationship though. Like every time you turn around, they're dinging you for something. It's like that's why I hate it, but I didn't even repost today on there because I just don't feel like poking the bear. I'm letting it cool off
That's
because it's
fine. I
just
mean,
been so obnoxious.
they don't they don't
I
mind
mean, I'm not
taking the money.
monetized on Facebook anyway, but.
Usually the non-monetized people don't get as much dings because when you're
Oh, they go
monetized,
after me
you're
because I have
on
a
the
business page.
radar. Oh yeah. Oh,
That's why it's set up for business. Because if
all
when they
pages are.
converted it, what they did was they said if you want to keep your followers and your follow button, you have to be a business page now. They did that over a year ago.
Professional, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I switched it to that because I'm not gonna throw off. I got a few hundred followers. I'm not gonna throw them off, and
Right.
I'm not having 1,000 friends on Facebook. I'm not doing that. If you're interested in my content, you can follow, but I add people as friends if they're actually people that I know a little bit.
They want you to
Fitness community,
add them back,
you,
and then they unadd you,
broadcasters. Yeah.
and they unfollow you, and then you just one of their followers. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Barnacles, 150K a year. That sounds insane.
Mostly
Alice says
family.
nope. Alice says nope. Don says I'm down. So here's this. Here's the same guy with. It's only a minute long. This is the
Supermarket.
This is the explanation, I think, where he shows the different kinds of olives. That's all I wanted to see.
It's refused to stock my olive oil, and it's not because the
Oh,
quality
so he even shows you his olive oil. Gundry MD, polyphenol rich olive oil. That's what it's
is
called.
low. It's actually because it's too high. See, Big Food has this shelf life rule. They want oils that are stripped of their nutrients so they can sit in a hot warehouse for years without changing. To them, it's not the bottom line.
Ugh.
They process out the polyphenols, the very compounds your heart and brain need, just to make the oil shelf stable. But my Moroccan oil is different. It's the most potent on the market.
Moroccan oil. He gets it from
I've had
Morocco, you
Moroccan.
guys.
It's good, but like I said, it's very strong.
Dawn, that's going to be cold water, though. She says she's a good swimmer, but man, it's going to be ice cold.
Containing up to 30 times the polyphenols of standard
30
brands.
times.
These trees are stressed by the desert heat. That struggle creates a massive surge in antioxidants that you just can't find in grocery store dead fat. When you taste it, you feel a sting in the back of your throat. That's not a flaw.
That's the part where he says the sting in the
the
throat.
medicine
Yeah.
working. To a supermarket, that's a
medicine working.
defect. To me, it's the gold standard. I refuse to strip my oil just to get on a shelf. If you want the 30 times power, tap the link below to see the Moroccan study and grab a bottle from the latest harvest.
Okay, so this is not what I thought it was, but
You know what I like to do though? So if you find one that has that peppery and it's a good quality, sometimes you can find them in small bottles.
Yeah.
Because I will not
Good
use
try.
up a big bottle of olive oil. I just can't. And then once you've opened it, once you crack it, now you're into that. It's going to start oxidizing.
Could you put a little olive oil like on your steak after it's like once you're done cooking, right? You got a nice steak, nice
I
ribeye.
could.
You just put like a little olive oil on it, like just like a little
I
touch.
can't. That's going to ruin the steak for me. I'm not that
Yeah.
crazy about it.
I
On
don't
a
know what the
salad,
flavor
yes.
would do to it, but yeah, salad I know people do.
I
I'm just
don't.
thinking
Yeah, I don't
carnivore
like it.
wise.
For salad, yeah, I'll do that. On bread, if I'm actually having bread, which is very rare, sure. The rare occasion, maybe saute mushrooms in it. I prefer butter. You know what I mean? It's such a strong flavor that for me it ruins everything. I put butter on my steaks.
Nice. Yeah, I cook with butter. I cook with some avocado oil too, but
Yes.
all
Yeah.
right. This isn't really
Bugs.
video, but yeah, doesn't it make you want to itch just looking at this? But this is interesting. I don't know how accurate it is, but it shows spider bites, bed bug bites, bee sting, scorpion sting, tick bite,
Cockroach.
ant
What the hell?
bite, cockroach bite, or maybe those are like eggs that they lay in your
No. No, they
mosquito
don't.
bite.
No, cockroaches have a carapace that they'll leave on the floor somewhere that has multiple. Yeah.
Like a sack, okay.
These are bites, but I like what kind of cockroach bites?
I don't know.
That looks like a flea. That's
It
a flea.
does. It does kind of
They
look like
messed up
a
the
flea.
yeah. It's not a cockroach. Thank God. Biting cockroaches. That's the 2026 bingo card nightmare, right?
That it could be a development though. There might be a certain type.
I know, Dawn. Ew, that was my reaction. That was a flea. They messed it up.
Here you go.
Thank God.
I'll give this to you. Here you go. Did you hear it?
Yeah, something.
A bunch of kids that said "ew."
Oh,
Can you hear that?
I heard the
Whole
noise, but I couldn't
classroom
know
of
what it
ew.
was. But yeah,
Yes,
ew.
cockroaches can bite humans, but it's extremely rare.
They don't,
Cockroaches
yeah,
have
like
strong chewing mouth
motivation.
parts. and are opportunistic scavengers. They will eat almost anything organic, food scraps, grease, paper, glue, and even dead skin cells in
Ugh.
normal conditions. They strongly prefer other food sources and will run away from humans rather than bite.
That's right.
They bite almost only occurs in severe infestations where the cockroach population is very high. But yeah, they're fighting for food up in there. They
That's
need a
right.
little something something.
See, in my region, the issue is those big ones that come from South America, and so they're outside. There's like wood roaches. They go after vegetation that's rotting and stuff.
What
But
up,
if you've
Scott?
got a gap under your security screen like I do, they will come right in. And then they're agitated because it's hot in here and they decide to fly.
Ronaldo, what's up, man? Hey, come over and comment on Rumble, would you, brother? I don't think you've commented this month, and you would be a unique chatter for me. And if you guys could on Rumble, please hit that repost. It really helps every time. There's a lot of people watching the reposts now because of all the networking going on and all that. So it's kind of making more of an
So the
impact.
mosquito and the ant, you can make those bigger. That's what happens to me. Like all that's gonna swell up. Like I've had mosquito bites swell up like half dollar because the autoimmune reaction that I have to it. So that's why I take the garlic oil, keep those suckers off me because it's bad. It can actually cause a sore muscle. It's so bad.
Um, yeah, cheers, Ronaldo. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you coming in over here because I think you might have just made number 52 or no 50. Oh no, I guess you did comment already this month. Never mind. But thank you though. Whoever number 75 is, I'm gonna be like really happy. Whoever you are, if I can get there. I got 8 days left.
Oh man.
I need 16
Somebody
more
who's not in on
commenters.
what do they got to do? Go to Rumble?
Rumble and live stream, and they have to comment in the live stream.
Yo, if you're watching from my feed on X, could you please go log into Rumble and make a comment on the stream, the live chat? Thank you.
Just
Does it have to be the live?
say
Because there's
hi.
two
That's it. Don't even have to follow.
because there's comments on the post and there's live
Yes.
chat. That's different. So I guess it has to be the live chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you comment down below the post, I do give you an extra spot on the wheel because it is kind of a permanent chat spot so that, people, if they watch this video later, they will see that people are commenting
So
below. But you got to
Dawn,
comment in the
yes.
live chat.
Um, all cockroaches can fly, including those little German browns. It's just they choose not to until they're agitated, but they can all fly. Yeah.
There was something I was about to
And when
do.
you get a really big cockroach like this that decides it wants to buzz around because it's upset in your house, it's just I'm getting like a stick. I'm gonna come after you with a broom or something. But I got the 6 cats that that my adoptions. They will usually find it and kill it, and I find its carcass on the floor, and I'm like, okay, well, thank you. Yeah,
Tal, I
we
just
don't have
want
too
to
much of a
tell you
problem.
something. I forgot. Forgot what here it is. Yeah, couple, 1.5K views on this one of us with our pics of us as
Oh,
youngins.
cool.
It's like
We
one of
should
the
do baby
highest.
pictures one week.
It's like one of the highest views I've had on videos in a long time. It's
Nice.
crazy. I used to
Nice.
get thousands back before they courted all of the big creators over to Rumble. I used to get easily in the thousands of views. It's crazy how I have like more followers but less reach now. But it's just, I guess, it's
Right?
gotten clogged up with more creators these days. That's all right. Um, oh, this next one we'll play. It's not even. It's self-explanatory how insane this video is, and it's gonna like fool people. First of all, the bike thing was kind of cool. That's what made me think I want to save it. A bike is like a can crusher, which is kind of weird. But then, yeah, there's music to it. But she cuts all this plastic up, just looks disgusting. Then she puts it into the like fry vat, I guess. I don't know why. I guess get the impurities out of it, and then puts it in the kiln, pours it into the right. How people will think this is real. So this is supposedly made from melted water bottles. And you go look at the chat or the comments, you're like, ah, yeah, this is crazy. So she's got bubbly water, bubbly. I don't know, they're actual blowing bubbles or what? I don't know. But it went from
Fizzy water.
well, started as just plastic drinking old waste plastic bottles, and then melted down somehow. None of the label, like the labels, you can kind of see little bits of it maybe in there.
Wow.
I don't know what they're soaking it in or boiling it in or what that was, but this is the part that's so stupid. Like, there's no way melting into this block would then create a perfect with like a hollow middle. So this
No.
this box right here, like that's not. There's no
Yeah, what's
mold. There's
going on
no
there?
center mold happening. Like there's
Yeah,
nothing to
in
keep
this
it.
case, can we go AI? I don't know.
I don't know if it's AI, but definitely
Something's
a
missing.
fake. It's a edited video where they obviously
Yeah.
the jump cut goes from them pouring in plastic, which you can see here.
Yeah.
There's no way just pouring plastic in the hole would
There
would
would have
make.
to be an insert.
Um,
That's a little too perfect.
yeah. Anyway, thought it was a silly video. But like I like recycling and I like repurposing stuff, and I thought, well, okay, this would be a good idea. But then you get to that point, you're like, wait a minute, this isn't adding up. And plus, here's the truth of it: not all plastic is the same, and some plastic is just not going to be good to try to remold into things. I actually saved a bunch of my when I used to buy laundry detergent. I mean, I still buy it, but I buy it in a jar, a powder in a jar that's from Sancoti Sustainables. Shouts out. Very, much healthier, cleaner, uh, less ingredients, all that. But if you buy the store bought, the big boy, brands of the laundry detergent, those bottles are actually made with it's a different number on the bottom. I think there's a 3 inside the little triangle. I think it's a 3 maybe or a 1. I can't remember which one is the right kind, but there's a
Yeah.
plastic that is thick enough that you can melt it down and like make stuff out of it at home. Like
Depending on what was
thick.
in it. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm not saying that you would want to if you're trying to be um, health conscious, environmental conscious, whatever, like melting down plastic, I feel like, just go to a different material, right? But in
Yeah.
like emergencies though, hey, it could be a
Yeah,
material.
because I mean, if you're melting something, then it will be off gassing, and we don't know what. Just like when you
Yeah,
buy stuff that's I think it's PVC that off gases quite a bit. Um, New drapes, carpets,
clickbait.
all the
Yeah.
synthetic materials do that.
Hey,
So that's why
Brittany.
they got that odd smell. Yeah.
Hey, we got a little bump in the Rumble. Appreciate the repost and stuff, guys, if that's what's going on there. Brittany, I see you coming in. Brittany. This next one's going to be great, Tala. It's a great one to end on, actually. I'm excited about this, you guys. This is a commercial. I just want to show you this cool junk food commercial. It happens to be 4 minutes and 21 seconds long. Okay. And it's shared by cracked.com.
I see.
Cracked.com. Check this out. I hope you can hear it.
Where is it? Yeah, mister, come on! There it
Pipe
is!
down. Hello there.
Pipe
I'm
down.
Roger.
Oh,
My
let me
last
wheel
name
up.
is Horton, and I'm here to tell you all about Horton's ground up corn and rice with salt. But you already knew that because we've spent billions of dollars advertising our edible fat shavings to kids. You remember this thing from the commercials we aired on your favorite cartoon channels right after school let out.
I'm addicted to this stuff.
It's true, she is. You all are.
It's bad for you, but it tastes good.
At Horton's, our hydrogenated oil sponges are made of the freshest additives and come in a variety of flavors and shapes, like a circle, or an oval, or a cone, or a hyperbolic parabola, or whatever shape you'll buy. It's fake food, so we can make it into whatever you want. Here, how about this? We put them all together because it doesn't actually matter.
And he's eating them.
Nothing will stop you from eating food that's so processed it no longer contains any ingredient that resembles actual food.
Oh my
You'll
God.
also need about 3 times more of it to feel as full as if you'd just eaten an apple or something your body was meant to actually process. And it's fine. Because once you start eating it, your brain will go on autopilot, and before you know it, you'll have eaten an entire bag and you'll feel just like the garbage you just made. Why did I eat all that crap? Oh, look, this ground up corn and salt is fish. We know exactly what to add to our chemical crackers to make you tick and keep on ticking. Not in the sense of keeping you alive. More like we've spent millions in funded research geared toward finding out how to make you and your family resemble rats on cocaine. Just took a little sugar. We did since 1960, but we paid researchers to hide the evidence. No wonder our special ground up corn and rice with sugar is flying off the shelves. Look, they're shaped like tiny little sugar cubes. There's a sugar cube. Get that to marketing. When we're not spending money brainwashing your kid into thinking these virtual bags of waste products should be part of their diet, we're spending it on lobbyists who keep you from actually knowing what's in the food we've trained you to buy.
Oh, Mom, can I get some ground up corn, rice with sugar? Please, please,
Can we get some
Fine,
ground
but
up
we're getting
corn and
this
rice?
low-fat, low-sodium, healthy ground up corn and rice with
The
sugar.
healthy kind.
A mother trying to fight against the years of advertising we've shoved into her daughter's brain. Even though you try to get your kids to eat healthier, we've spared no expense hiding the actual nutrition facts from you. Whether it's intentionally making our food labels confusing with measurements no Americans currently use to cook, using lobbyists to stop bills that would make our food labels more transparent, or paying researchers to claim our products don't cause childhood obesity, we're years ahead of you. So don't even try. You got that? Don't try. Also, our healthy ground up corn and rice with sugar has 3 times the sugar of regular ground up corn and rice with sugar, cover up the salt and fat we took out of it.
Really?
Really. But here at Horton Food, we don't just care about making cheap food quickly for maximum consumption. We care about your family, which is why we work hard to stay in your children's school lunches and cafeterias so that we can increase brand loyalty and stay a permanent part of your family's routine.
Hey, that's the guy who gave us ground up corn and rice with salt. He has more! Get him!
Now, these are cocaine lab rats if I've ever seen one, and I've seen many. Again, I'm Roger.
Stop using sand. This is where they want to be.
Whoa, it went to the next
number one
video.
question that I get across every platform that I'm on. How do you
Cocaine
deal with
lab rats.
You set it up? Where do you put the mulch? How do you do the mulch? Where do you get the mulch? How often do you clean it? And everybody try to say
Hijacking you again.
Jeez, stop using sand.
I know, right?
Mulch is better than your sand. Farm life, okay. Well, I mean, it seems like it's a relevant video, I guess, but
Yeah, I mean, it's relevant to what we do, yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I was making fun of this dude in this commercial. What's going on here? Yeah, pretty sad but true. I mean,
That's the thing. That's why it's funny. It's facts.
the
Yeah.
most and comedians will tell you the funniest stuff is comes from reality, like comes
Yep.
from the stories of your life. Most comedians do well if they talk about their life, and obviously you spin it right. I mean, maybe there's like a seed of truth in there, so to
Difference
speak.
between a comedian and a comic, and I forget which is which. I guess is comedian says funny things, a comic says things funny.
Huh.
It's your delivery.
Interesting. I never heard of
So
that.
this is a comic,
Makes
you know.
sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You know, if you got time, this next one here I want to show you
Yeah.
because we talked about the feet already earlier, and this is a video that we've talked about the plantar fasciitis, and this is it's one of those AI videos that really explains it a little bit, and we'll see if you think it's accurate. It's shared from Coperez, probably
I'm your
probably a product. Yeah, that's the product. Okay.
plantar fascia, and every stretch is tearing me more. Let me show you what's actually happening inside your foot right now. If you don't deal with me, your body starts compensating. Your gait changes, your knees break down, then your hips, then your lower back. One woman ignored her heel pain for 2 years. She ended up needing a walker at 58. She was active, independent. She just didn't take me seriously until it was too late. But if you understand what's actually causing this, you can get me back under control. Most people, even doctors, think plantar fasciitis is inflammation. So everything they throw at me is built to fight inflammation. Ice, anti-inflammatories, cortisone shots, stretching.
We all attack inflammation.
But here's what the research shows. I'm only inflamed for the first 4 weeks. After that, I become something worse. Tissue degeneration. I barely get any blood flow, even when I'm healthy. Once I'm damaged, blood flow drops even further. No blood means no healing, no oxygen, no nutrients. So every step tears you more. You get weaker, you tear easier, you get weaker still. Scientists call this the degenerative spiral. Once I'm trapped in it, I just keep breaking down until I can barely hold your weight without pain. That's why you've been suffering, and that's why nothing you've tried has worked. Stretching, ice, insoles, they were all designed for inflammation. I don't have inflammation anymore. I have degeneration.
I just squeezed.
So here's where
Yes,
the
to a
product
degree.
comes in. What's that?
Yeah. Yes, to a degree. There's a caveat to that though. So if you've got plantar fasciitis in a patient like me that already has an inflammatory disease like lupus, then inflammation is still going to be in the picture, and that's why mine was so severe. So I really didn't have a choice at the point where I went to my doctor and I said, "You know how I feel about the idea of a needle anywhere near my feet because I'm already a traumatized patient." At 5 years old, maybe less, I had, because so many of us have it, I had plantar warts on the bottom of my foot. I couldn't wear my shoes.
Wow.
I was tiny. And so back then they didn't freeze them off, they burned them off. So I had a needle stuck in my foot for pain medication. And I went through that. I'm very like I don't want anything near my feet, man, because that's a traumatic memory from 5. But I went to him and I said, "You know I'm serious when I walk in here and say, I want you to stick a needle in my foot because I am done with this. I needed to
Right.
interrupt the pain cycle." So yeah, twice. I had two in each heel, cortisone injections. It was necessary. It was brutal, but it was necessary. But see, now I'm out of that zone. Now the PT is effective and I know how to stretch correctly for my conditions because I'm hypermobile. I have to do it the right way, not just any old stretch. And I'm strengthening things so that doesn't happen again. But yeah, for some people, I could see that where the inflammation isn't a continuing thing. For me, it was. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if it's not connected to other things, and that's usually, we talked about that before, where a lot of times it depends on other things that are happening to you, or other like that people will forget to say or leave out or neglect to tell their
Yeah.
doctor.
It's complex.
Right. So here's where the pitch comes in though, because these are like
Product.
compression socks. So they're talking down the compression socks to say they just squeeze the outside of the skin. They don't really do much. So their product, I already saw it. It is a type of compression sock that also has straps around your feet here. So we'll see.
It's the surface of the foot. That's all I can do.
The real problem is mechanical. Stop the tearing and restore the blood flow. And I can finally do what I've been trying to do all along. That's exactly what this next one was built for. A physical therapist named Annabelin Araton spent 20 years treating plantar fasciitis. She watched her own mother lose her independence to it. Nothing worked, so she built something herself.
That's me. I'm the Copres
There it
plantar
is.
fasciitis.
There he is. Look how happy he is.
Sleeve. And I work in 2 ways.
I've worn similar and didn't help.
Wrapped up.
First,
2 different
bilateral circular compression. I work like a gentle pump, driving fresh blood deep into the starved tissue, carrying the oxygen and nutrients your fascia has been missing.
Second, that's me, the polyaxial support straps. I take over the fascia's job, carrying part of your body's weight, like the cables on a suspension bridge, so it can finally stop tearing and start to rest.
Blood flow feeds the tissue. Support stops the tearing. The degenerative spiral finally starts to turn the other way. And I'm incredibly thin. I fit under any sock, inside any shoe. Most people forget they're even wearing these.
I cannot.
You don't forget you're
imagine
wearing
that's
them. That's a lie.
comfortable. Yeah.
They are
Like, no
freaking.
way.
So there's an extra little layer here to that, okay? Because like I said, I've worn that kind of. I've done that.
Similar ones.
So plantar fasciitis is very common in people with hypermobility. That, look, there's 2 problems. The first is that's squeezing. When you're hypermobile, you don't want to squish stuff together. And I know you guys out there that if you have hypermobility, you're going to be like, but Tala, yeah, I want the support. Okay, yeah, but what happens? I don't care if it's a knee brace, a back brace, an ankle brace, a bra. After about 6 or 8 hours, you're feeling it and you want that shit off. Am I right? You want that
That's
off,
right.
okay?
No
Because your
bras.
connective tissues are getting squished. Okay, so we know your connective tissues can't do the job they're supposed to. Take all the supplements that will help with that. I don't care how small the boost is for the health of those connective tissues. Do it. I don't care if it's 3%. Take that supplement, get that nutrition, because they do stack up. But also, here's what happens. Look, a brace should be very, very temporary. Because the second
True.
you turn the job over to that brace, you're no longer working the muscles.
It's a crutch for your
And
muscles.
there's people
Yeah.
who are going to put that on and go, yeah, I'm going to wear these the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You will atrophy. Now, they may mean it to be temporary, but that's not what the customer does. But even that, I'm going to say, unless you have a truly severe case like mine and you find that they're comfortable enough and you're only going to do that for maybe a few days or something, I wouldn't do that because you've turned the job over to something else. And I get that I had to do load management for my shoulders. I get it. I hate hearing those 2 words because it means slow down. I don't like to hear that. But I would say be very careful with a product like that because it'd be very easy to just turn over the work to that. Plus, like I said, you're squishing, your connective tissues are not supporting and you're squishing things together. And you don't want to do that.
Definitely like any crutch, like a back brace or,
Yeah. A week, maybe.
Well, there's this movement of, and I think we might have looked at some possibilities, but like different kinds of exoskeletons that would help you to be able to lift things and stuff. And I get that. I mean, it's great to have those
You need to
things,
be
but man,
severely compromised to
yeah,
need that.
you still gotta. I think maybe as long as we preach that there is a balance between maybe you wear this like for a certain amount of time each day while you're doing some kind of like work or like your most extraneous part of the day or whatever, and maybe then you take it off. Or
Yeah.
you find things like with a back brace, you don't use a back brace for all lifting, but you only maybe to put it on for when you're going to max out that day or whatever. But mostly, like otherwise, you really work your back out specifically because of those things. Like it's one of your weak points. So you don't want to just wear a brace all the time, and it's kind of the same thing with anything else. You don't want to.
No, the area where, yeah, you would want to is if you've got like an umbilical hernia. Yeah,
Right.
please
Something.
wear that, because you don't want your
100%.
guts coming out that hole. That's dangerous.
Oh
Okay, so
man,
yeah,
that's
if
some of the
you have
scariest
that.
stuff, like sepsis and stuff like that, or like
Oh yeah,
your like a
your
break
intestine can
bust in
die
your
if
gut,
the blood flow is cut off.
like a
So
like
if you've got an umbilical hernia and the doctor's got you with please wear that, okay? Especially if you're going to be extra active, you're lifting, that kind of thing. Please do that. That's the so that's why I say you've got to be severely compromised to actually need that. Like, let's say it this way: you're perfectly healthy, no damage, but you realize, hey, if I use crutches, it takes weight off my upper body and it's easier to walk. Sure, but what are you not working and what's going to happen?
right.
So a crutch is good if there's actual damage, as temporary as possible. What do they do now with knee replacement and hip replacement surgeries? They want you on your feet the first day
Mm-hmm.
because they found out that you recover better and faster. So your
Yeah,
body's
there's a
making
balance.
you.
It's not
Yeah.
like, hey, go take off running, but like, hey, you're gonna be on
I
that.
would say
You're gonna
if
be on it.
anything, and I know that like KT tape is very controversial. Some say, oh, it's not good, and others look, it does have its place if you do it
KT
right.
tape.
Yeah, KT tape it's a slightly stretchy tape that you stick on like in certain patterns, like a crisscross, like what you
Oh
see
yeah,
there.
yeah.
You
Not
could
not quite
take
a cast, but
under the
kind of.
arch on the
Yeah,
inside and bring it up over
yeah,
and
yeah.
create a little bit of lift.
A little
And so it
support.
is like an
Yeah.
exoskeleton.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather do that than do that. But
Really.
also temporary. You should be, let's take the pressure off a little bit by creating an arch lift with KT tape for maybe a week or whatever. But at the same time, I'm going to be doing things to strengthen. And look, if you're prone to tendonitis like me, it's the repetitive motion that creates the problem. So do maybe not as heavy on calisthenics and maybe even ease off on how much weight you lift, but do isometrics.
Kind of go through the motions. Yeah.
Yeah, slow and holds. So less
So
reps, more time under tension.
I might be missing something here, but is that top the thing that goes around the
Goes under.
ankle? Does it is it pumping? Is it electronic? I don't think. I don't know if
No.
it was saying something like it acts as though it's pumping, but if it's a constant pressure, I don't think that would be it. But if you had some like small device that was
And you don't want to sit
sort of
around like that.
pumping,
If you put that on, you better be moving
yeah,
because now you're just
yeah.
squishing.
Especially raising your leg up because then like where's the blood? Like, it's supposed to promote blood flow, I guess. So I don't know how it's doing that somehow.
Only if you keep moving. And look at look at this part of the foot. Do you see that little indentation? And I know
Yeah,
because I've worn these. Remember the slightly wide toe?
squishing. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes.
It's gonna leave a little ridge, which means it's cutting off capillaries. It's reducing blood flow.
And it wouldn't feel good like you walking on that for a
It
extended period
doesn't.
of time. Like
Your
it kind
shoes
of
don't fit. You got to buy a bigger shoe.
it
It's
reminds
yeah.
me of the ankle and wrist weights that I think I told you the problem with those. Like they kind of cut into your skin if you have them on. If you put them on the amount of tightness that you need them on so that they don't slip around, then they start to dig into your skin too. And I'm like, well, is there a happy medium? You can put something between there maybe, but
Yeah.
anyway.
I've got a really lightweight pair that I just started using. That I should have been using before. I hope Kyle's not listening. But I did use them last night. Look, I was gonna use them, and I dropped a 10-pound bundle of weights on my toe a few weeks ago. Okay, so
Ouch.
yeah, I did use them last night, and so those are like they're cloth, and they've got some kind of little beads in them or something. So those are kind of squishy. Those are great. They're comfortable. Yeah.
Hmm. Oh. But yeah, anything you find that works. And I tell you what, I don't know, I didn't feel it today for some reason. I didn't feel the stiffness that I usually do, but I feel like this pressure point mat does help, maybe at least to some degree. I stepped on
Yeah.
it now.
I've got one that you lay on for your
Hmm.
back. It's like acupuncture point things. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are at the we're actually in a little bit of overtime, but I tell you what, there's a couple of things we kind of need to address. Um, just that are big things in the news, like obviously the fires, the air quality, people dying. A lot of that is kind of crazy. And the other thing is that this, I don't know if it was salmonella. What was the scare with the lettuce? Did you see this?
Cyclospora. That's why I'm not eating salads right now. That's what I meant.
Yes.
Cyclospora.
So I guess these are two kind of big current event topics within the show. But like, I don't know. I heard it was ruled that it wasn't their fault or something. If somebody posted
Taylor
about it,
Farms, yeah. But they still
yeah,
don't know.
they still don't really know what's going on. Um, the reason I thought of that is because the next story in the line was about strawberries, how they actually poison the field before they plant any strawberries, and 90% of the um, where the strawberries that we eat are grown, I guess, in California.
Yeah.
And it made me think of that. Could you say it one more time? What's it called?
Cyclospora, and I had that
Cyclospora.
parasite several years ago. I had it, okay? The last time it was pre-packed salads, like the ready pack or whatever. I got hit with that, okay? So it was a month of severe symptoms. I sorry guys, but I was actually vomiting, okay? I had severe symptoms. And it took me 3 months before I was completely right again. This is
Hey,
not a
Divinity.
parasite you want, okay? So Andrew Gruel, I'd reference him often because he's just amazing. He's here in Southern California in Huntington Beach. Calico Fish House, you guys, they cook with tallow. He recommends whole head lettuce from the United States. And so that's actually what I did for Jim's salads this week was I got a head of iceberg lettuce. I know it's not the greatest nutrition, but see, iceberg is very closed up. I don't do romaine when there's an outbreak like this because they're so open. I don't do red leaf, none of those. To me, it's more risky. So get a whole head of iceberg from the US. Obviously, it's probably the infestation is probably here, but nonetheless, take like those outer three leaves off and wash it really well. That's the best you can do if you must. I'm carnivore, so I don't eat salads that often, so I'm just not even going there right now. Is YouTube
Yeah.
frozen?
No, I just checked it. It
No?
must be.
Okay, you're asking.
Might be
It's you.
It might be frozen for some. Dawn said it's frozen, so they usually watch
Wow.
us on the big screen. By the way, not
Okay, good.
not getting paid for the plug, but Rumble, I guess, has a Roku app now. So if anybody,
Oh, okay.
I guess, wants to try to find that, let me know if you can. I didn't really go looking for it yet, but it'd be kind of cool to know that it was a thing. But they
Get
said,
Crocs. You know, Crocs are great until you go hiking on a trail or you're running, so no, I'm not wearing Crocs.
right. Plus, I mean, the socks. I think you got to have some
I
good
live
stretchy
in running
socks.
shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just mean like even the socks would be hard to fit over that. You might have some socks that are kind of bigger than others, but get some big old fluffy socks. Oh, but the fires. I want to
Yeah.
see. Maybe we can find out what the current. What is the current condition?
As of late Sunday night, Chicago was still buried in smoke, I can tell you that.
Chicago is buried in smoke from what's the
The
center of
Canada Fire.
Canada?
Yeah.
What's the province in the center? Is it Alberta?
I don't know.
I hear
I
them
mean, it's
enough that
kind
I
of
should
like
know, but
eastward anyway.
oh, it's coming from the east and blowing over towards
Look,
the center of.
2023, the first time I went, New York and New Jersey were buried in smoke from a Canada fire. So when I saw this, I was like, not again.
New York had a fire. Rose was saying earlier.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, this was coming from Canada. And 2 days before I got there, even in Massachusetts, they were buried in the smoke. Yeah.
now that I think about it, it might have been New York, or no, never mind. There's a Niagara Falls in New York and in Canada.
Yeah, it's on both sides of the
Maybe there's
border.
like
Yeah.
maybe there's like a connection between the two. Um, all right, I'm gonna start getting the wheel going up in here. Divinity, thanks for
Have
popping
you ever
in.
seen Niagara? I haven't.
Uh, did you say Viagra? No, I really have never seen any. Not
We ain't going
personally.
there this morning. Niagara Falls.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think I've seen it directly or personally. No. My mom told me she lived in New York for a little while. I didn't know that until I was like 17.
It's on my list. I want to see it.
Okay, so let me see who's commented on the post below on Rumble. Still on the way to the 75 followers, guys. I really appreciate all the help. Dawn, Brittany, let's see, ladies and gentlemen of WTIF. Dawn, Brittany, we got Andrew, All Kinds 9, Alice,
So we got
Margaret.
one more before the end of the month.
Yeah, I'm really gonna. Oh man, it's coming down to the wire. If I get this goal, I'm gonna be pretty happy. But at the same time,
How much
next
more?
month
What do you need?
I need 16 more unique chatters. I
Okay.
still have to do some Rumble Premium time. I still have to make like 20 or 18 more Rumble Shorts, but all that stuff I can do.
Yeah, that you do.
I can't
I'm gonna
be.
push on X and get people to, hey, check it out, check it out. Let me see if I can get people to, because like it's not that hard if they don't have a Rumble account. Just create one. It's not that hard.
A lot of them should anyway. I mean, like they're seeing Rumble blow up on
Yeah.
X as well. Like there's a lot of like Rumble community on X, and there is a Rumble community on X, actual community. But then there's also a few like hashtags and Rumble accounts that people tag a lot too.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I'm actually kind of getting more X traction because of some of the gamers that I've met through the Rumble Creator Program. All right, who's here in the live chat? Let's see, Alice.
I agree, Alice. Like
And
I can't like
what'd she
I
say?
need a shoe that's gonna really stay with my foot. If I wore Crocs, I'd trip and fall.
Thank you, Betty. Yeah, I've never worn Crocs, so I wouldn't know. You still need 35 Divinity. Oh man. Yeah,
Oof.
we should do like another chat train before the end of the month. Maybe like I'm taking my
Yeah.
son home to his mom's tonight, and I have some little dogs tomorrow to get their nails cut. My mom's dog, she just got another dog, I guess, because she thought her dog needed a friend. And I'm like, no, mom, she she needs to like walked and stuff. My mom can't do any of that stuff. Now she got two dogs. If you're listening, mom, I
Oh.
love you, but I don't know how that's gonna work out. They walk
That's
themselves.
like
We gotta
my
swap each other.
situation. I really have to find homes for some of the kennel babies. Like I've taken care of them for a long time because I couldn't find homes, but I've got to find somebody who will be a responsible adopter, you know? And like they've grown up in the kennels out there, but they've been protected. So I don't want somebody who's going to be like, "Oh, the cat can go outside now." No. You need to be a responsible indoor pet owner for these babies because they don't have these survival instincts. They don't, yeah. So I got to
Yep.
work on that.
And they need, they need an active owner sometimes, kind of
Yeah.
get them doing stuff. Divinity, come over to Rumble. I'll put you on the wheel again. But also, she said she's been brainstorming on ways to get interactions. Well, one way is networking. I tell you what, you should come up on our panel show tomorrow night. It's at one of my busiest shows, and I know we can get you. We're probably already few ladies that probably already went over to follow you. I'm sure we'll get some more. But if you come up and let yourself be seen and heard on the show, it really does give people a different kind of connection between audiences. And the same thing vice versa. If you do a live stream, I can come up on yours, and that's really how you're going to get more engagement, by finding those few people that you can, by networking with other people that actually have some engaging audience. Like I guess what I'm saying is I have 700 followers on Rumble, and you would think it'd be easier to get 75 chatters. Well, all those all those hundreds of people that are following me probably don't even come back, or haven't never been back, and so they're just not the engaging type. Plus, there's some that watch and don't want to talk, but uh, I don't know where I was going with that exactly, but I feel your pain there, Divinity. We'll work on it, but I don't know about yes, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Central Time, is the People in the Boxes. We're going to be talking about uh, current events this week. Current events meaning not like political necessarily. You could bring up something political, but basically current events in our lives. We bring up stories from our own life, like what happened to us or with us or around us this month, and I can explain it to you more. But are you in Discord, Divinity? Speaking of, let me bring it up one more time, guys. If you didn't get it, my Discord link, I can send it to you directly. Come join us on Discord. It's a good way to connect across platforms. If you don't have like a messenger service that somebody else has, you can join this. It's kind of like, and actually, I think you can get. I think there's a monetization going on Discord now, which is crazy. They just added
Really?
this. They have like a pro version now, a Nitro they call it. They want you to pay for all these other benefits, and
Wow.
and it's never been that until I don't know how long
Can't
they've.
do everything at once, though.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't do any of that. I've
Yeah.
been using Discord for many years, and I don't know when that came out, but
Yeah.
I might
I'm leaning
eventually. But
into I'm leaning into my Substack. I've decided that okay, I need to redirect a little bit of the energy that I put into X over to my Substack and into my YouTube because I intended to actually push those two platforms over a year ago. But I kept like they'd say they were improving this, improving that, and I kept like hold off, maybe okay, more energy into this, but look, X, I'm done. I'm done. Like I'm not leaving, but I'm done putting all my energy into X. Please, if you're subscribed to me on X, I know that it's a little bit more, it's a few more dollars on Substack, but please consider just switching over to subscribing to me on Substack because that's where the love's gonna go at this point. Yeah. I won't abandon you guys. I'll still post content for subscribers on X. I'm not an idiot. you know. But yeah.
well, it's not new Divinity, but it can't be more than like what maybe 5 years old. I haven't used Discord that heavily in the last 5 years, but I've been using Discord for like I don't know 15 years, maybe a little less. And I don't remember it being there back then. Back in my day,
Probably need about
Divinity.
2
Back in
years.
my day.
Yeah, you're an
Actually,
old man.
by the way, Divinity, I don't really do gaming content either. I go live when I game sometimes, but I don't really that doesn't really do anything for me. So you I think would fit in well with some of our conversations and different
With Discord OG.
things. Yeah. Yeah, but I think you would fit in well with like the conversational type stuff that we do, because I watched some of your lives and I haven't seen you actually live in a few days since I've been seeing you come in mine. But yes, I think it would work out. Just let us know. And of course, Tala, you're invited too. All right, we're gonna spin this wheel. One day you'll come and you'll be like, oh, there's all these new friends I could meet that are just wonderful. It's kind of like the spaces that you do, except we're all on the screen.
Yeah. I
And
think what it is just like that. It's the being pinned down. Like a couple hours out of a week on camera
yeah,
is about all I can. Because
gotcha.
I used to do Periscope lives every day, but I was monetized, so of course I was.
Sure. Well, I mean, I think that's a good reason to get yourself out there more on the video. I'm not
Yeah.
asking, it's like maybe a topic that might perk your interest some point, but the game part of it I think is pretty fun. You'd have to experience it once to know. Brittany, are you in the house? Brittany, we got
Paging
a
Brittany.
door prize winner. I think she's here. Pretty sure. Now, I am tempted to just go live for 24 hours a day for the next few days to try and get my goal. So you are going to see me doing some more random pop-ups. I did a live stream Sunday that was 6.5 hours long. I had 4 likes on
Wow.
Facebook. 4 likes. And it
Ugh.
was like they don't show me, like, I don't spend hours, tagging everybody, but I did, I think, share it out a couple times, but like, just sad over there. And I had
Yeah.
some people pop in on the. I actually had, I think, 30 people on Rumble for a while while we were just chit chatting. I think I had some raids happening, and then I went to play some. I during the live stream, I wasn't just sitting here the whole time, Tala. I was taking my phone with me, and I was feeding the dogs, and I think I did some dishes. I did a bunch of things around the house, just hanging out, with my phone live, and that's fine. It's not. It's like a whole different kind of streaming. I've seen a few people that do that.
Yeah.
As long as I can still get some things done and be productive, and maybe
How we
it's
run spaces sometimes, you know.
oh yeah,
Nick will start one when he leaves
hey,
work and drive, and then like when we get to the tunnel, he's like, "Okay, you might lose me for a minute," that kind of thing. When he gets home and on the Wi-Fi, usually disconnects because that's what Spaces does. You're on the Wi-Fi, now we're gonna throw you off the broadcast. Yes, like, but
yeah, it
yeah,
has
we
to
usually are
switch.
on the go.
Right. Well, that's why I'm like, yeah, I don't want to, like, I don't want to feel like I'm uh, being
Pinned
unproductive
down. Yeah.
when I'm live. But if I can kind of combine the two, that's why sometimes you guys will see me play VR while live, and I might only have a couple people in there watching, nobody really talking, but at least I'm double, like I'm multitasking in a way, you know. I'm out there, I'm live for people that maybe need a place to hang out, and maybe they want to hear me talk, I guess. But also, I'm getting a little bit of me time at the same time. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Divinity, that was part of the pull with Periscope because the whole point, like the reason it was called that is because it was a Periscope. We get a view of your world. That was the whole thing. And one of the earliest things, I don't know who started it, how it got started, because I wasn't there for the first several months, but refrigerator scopes was a thing. Like somebody asked, "What's in your refrigerator?" and somebody did that, and so then people would ask to see what was in your refrigerator. So yeah, fridge scopes. And then
wow,
this is gonna sound weird for a second, but uh, Jeff in Canada, he was the first one to do a shower scope. He didn't show anything, you guys, but he actually did a broadcast, like you're
shower
in the
scope,
shower. It was the funniest thing ever. So that
scoop
kind of
me out.
became a thing. Yeah.
Oh,
But
Divinity
if you're
Fountains.
on vacation, sure, people want to see the scenery, but also they just driving down the road, stick it on the dashboard in a holder, and people want to see where you're going. You know,
Thanks,
if you're
Alice.
shopping, show us what you're buying.
Alice, there's a fine line between soothing and monotone, and I have to, like, it's a difficult walk, like, line to walk, path to walk. I have to try and throw some inflection in there sometimes, but there's times when I'm just like playing a game or whatever, and I'm just kind of droning on about it, like, okay, I do this. And she says I have a soothing voice, so I'll take
Oh,
it.
I see.
Take the compliment, Alice. Sorry, I'm trying to turn the compliment into an insult to myself. But yes, it is tough. It's tough for me
No
though.
self-deprecation zone.
That's my kind of humor, I guess. But no, that is something I've always had to deal with. Is like I have to change. Like my voice kind of gets to this like line, and it just all sounds the same. As I don't, so I have to work on it. Had to for a long time. Just like my humor, my dry sense of humor. This is oh, I could show you this real fast if you got a second. You might, oh, you saw it. Now what am I saying? You laughed at it on X.
Bridge
I
camp for the
posted
win.
on both sides. Yeah, I posted it on both sides. But this oh, I didn't click on that. Why? No, this here. I said I got a new frying pan. Um, oh, I said I got a new frying pan, and I don't know what happened,
Oh,
but like
that one.
it just leaks. Everything just leaks right out. And I had a bunch of comments like, "Oh, maybe it's for this, maybe it's for that." It's like,
They
I
don't know.
this the whole
Like,
time.
did they think you were serious?
Some people thought I was. That's my point. Is like they thought I was serious. Like,
I mean,
yeah,
theoretically, you could throw some shrimp and like roast them. Like, no, on a barbecue, you could. but you don't want that dripping on your stove.
I used it on the barbecue one time. Hey, Kayla, what's up? You're
As long as it's not a
made it.
plastic or composite handle, but it looks like it is. You got to be careful.
The handle part doesn't stay on the grill. The handle actually comes off, which is cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. Anyway, I think we probably got to get going. Tala, I would like to stay now that there's 25 people in the house.
I know, right?
But I have,
we're late.
I have my son for the next hour, I guess, until I take him home, and then I'm, going to be working on shorts and everything else. Hopefully, I don't waste too much time, playing video games. Got a lot to do. Oh yeah, check this out. I meant to do this while we were live. Come on with me, Cam. Thank you. That away. Let me show you this. I got some broccoli microgreens growing up in here.
Oh yeah.
So I got to get some water, maybe. Let's check it out. It feels pretty moist. Pretty moist. I think we're good.
I kind of miss eating my sprouted buckwheat, and it's like I don't eat a lot of plants, but I kind of miss that buckwheat, so I might do some.
So what I've been doing is I've been drying microgreens.
Okay.
I think that's my angle. I'm going to do this, and I don't know of anybody that's doing it right now. Not that I'm going to be
put them in a capsule or sprinkle them on stuff, or
put them in a little jar, like a shaker jar or something, dried up and broken up a little bit, and so far I have arugula and radishes like that. So
that's about the only way that okay, I used to eat arugula a lot more, but yeah, I think that one is kind of heavy on anti-nutrients, and it is a very strong flavor. Yeah. So if I want it, which periodically bitter herbs actually have their place, they do. So if I want it, I get them as microgreens now. Yeah.
Nice. Bigger impact, less plant matter that you're eating.
A little milder flavor, in my opinion.
Flavonoids.
That's what we all want, is milder flowers, right?
Yes. I want them strong flowers. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Well, thank you guys. If you're watching a Rumble for the first time, I don't know who's coming in this late in the show, but if you are, please hit a comment real quick right now, although they probably would have already. Come in sometime, consider hitting some live comments. Divinity, get a hold of me on Discord. Maybe we'll have you come on tomorrow night. Otherwise, we'll see you all later. Tala, good show. Thank you again. And glad you made it. Glad you left and came home. And now we'll...
No severe delays. No driving home this time.
All right. We'll see you all tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I'm sure I'll probably do a live before then. But tomorrow night for People in the Boxes, we'll talk current events. All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see you. Peace.
Scrolling through the noise.